Welcome back to 1010's podcast with people and coffee. So very tired.
How's your week going?
So very tired.
Is it Thursday yet?
It's not
No,
Thursday.
it's not, Michael. No, it's not.
Enjoy your meeting tomorrow.
It's coffee at 7 p.m.
No, I think his meeting's on Friday.
My meeting's
He
on
thought
Friday.
This
I was
morning
looking
that
forward
he
to
was
the meeting.
almost there.
I was looking forward to the meeting because it meant that the week was coming to an end.
Yeah, no.
And that is lies. It's not true.
It's still another full day away.
Yep. And several more meetings.
Ugh.
Oh, are you at the
tomorrow's
point where
nothing
you
but
go to
meetings.
meetings about meetings?
I go to meetings about meetings.
Is that where you are in your professional career?
Yes. And then I spend the rest of my time with my AirPods in, talking to people on the phone, looking like a douche canoe. But it's the only way I can take that many phone calls is to use my AirPods.
I just want you to know that as a man who is a field employee still, I just want you to know that we endlessly make fun of you and your meetings about meetings about meetings.
I don't know if I have the energy to care anymore.
Oh, there they go again.
No, like literally,
It's Wednesday morning. They got to have a meeting about their Thursday meeting.
people call me all day long, and I literally have changed my text message, my auto text reply to "I'm in a meeting. I'll call you later," or if you need something, text me. Like I tell people, don't even bother calling me during the day anymore. Don't call me. If you need something, text me because I'm not gonna. It's not gonna happen. You're not gonna catch me when I'm available.
That's
so
the
just
way
send
my
me a text
supervisor
message.
is too, and it endlessly drives me nuts because I hate texting because it's so inefficient.
I know, and I know there's people that hate it too. I know it drives them absolutely insane, but
But what can you do?
Yeah,
I usually call him, and then he'll text me, "In a meeting, what do you need?"
yeah.
Fuck.
I'm here to help. I'll help for sure. I just can't talk to you on the phone. I'm not trying to be a dick and not help people. I literally cannot talk to you.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
Yeah.
Robbie knows.
That's why we don't do this show
do.
live, because then people can't talk to us.
Oh God, don't let them talk to us.
Could you imagine the shit show that would be a Facebook Live if we did this that way?
We won't do it. I won't do it. I'll just go home.
It couldn't be like a normal show. I'm not saying that I wouldn't want to do it because I would like to talk to people, but what do we do with it after we do it? It'd be such a disaster. Like we can't turn it into audio and put it online.
I think that what you do, if we were going to do that, is that we would just let the minions chat amongst themselves, and we would pretend we're just doing what we're doing right now. And it would
just
be
ignore them?
Yeah, it would be on Facebook Live, and they could talk all the shit they want, and they could tell us we're wrong in real time.
But we can still ignore
And
them.
we could just ignore them like we do now.
Maybe they can set up their own. Maybe they could take the YouTube. Is there a way we can broadcast YouTube live but not live? Like we could record it and then send it out.
We could premiere
like
it.
as a stream.
I think you can do
And
like
then
a premiere.
People could sit there and like we don't have to be there.
Well,
we don't have to
Facebook,
pay any attention.
if we
to it.
uploaded it to Facebook, the video, we could do watch parties, and people could watch it as a group.
Is that a live
themselves.
stream thing only?
No, you can have a movie premiere and then do a watch party.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Sounds like extra work. I'm gonna be honest.
I've thought about the fact that maybe we should upload it to Facebook because Facebook drives views so hard because they want people to use their Facebook Watch thing.
Right.
But that's just another place we have to deal with.
Plus YouTube's
things.
bullshit.
Yep.
Did you hear they're taking down Robot Wars?
Oh
What?
yeah, animal cruelty.
Animal cruelty.
What?
This is the world we live in.
Think
What?
about that for a while.
No.
Yeah.
Don't try
No.
don't try to rationalize it. It's just
First, Alex Jones. Now
Okay,
Robot
like-
Wars. No, I'm kidding.
InfoWars, then robot.
Yeah,
it's the
exactly.
war on
It's taking
wars.
down wars.
Yeah.
it's too much violence, man. There's too much violence in the world. This robot on robot crime.
Okay, so
The
Fair
algorithms
enough.
couldn't handle it.
fair enough. There is some definite trash on YouTube, hence flat Earth movement.
But dude, I don't.
But like
Just
not
leave
not
it.
Robot Wars, man.
Just leave it alone. Who cares? Like,
Somebody cares apparently.
that's the whole point of.
Let it be the Wild West.
Yeah, just like leave it alone. Like, and if you don't want to watch shit, then just don't.
It's not
Like,
that hard.
I've made it 32 years on this planet without watching a flat Earth documentary.
True, but people are fucking
No.
morons.
All the more
I
reason.
understand what
all
you're
the more
saying.
reason to leave it there.
Yes. I am 100% in agreement with you. I am very
Leave it alone.
laissez-faire. Don't just don't tell me what to do. You know what I mean?
Right, but like,
but I'm just playing devil's advocate.
They're not
with you.
telling me what to do here. They're just not allowing me to do something if I wanted to.
Yes, and you have the right to do that.
Yeah, I should.
If you want to declare to the whole world that you're a moron, that's your deal.
TubeU or something like that.
Vimeo. This is where Vimeo.
We'll go back to Vimeo.
Vimeo's making a comeback.
Dude, Vimeo was great. That's where everybody used to host all their skate videos.
Because they didn't take down copyright stuff.
Yeah, so you could put music on there.
Vimeo is the Wild West, then.
Yeah, it still is.
Something to look into. We're not going to put our stuff on Vimeo.
But you could do like
extra work.
could do like paid videos on Vimeo where only people who paid for it
like
could
video
watch it.
video on demand.
Yeah.
Yep.
So when Everyday Driver would do those productions,
TST did it.
What would they use? They use Vimeo?
Probably.
Oh, okay.
You could do that with Patreon now too.
Fair enough. It's just there's too many options. There's too many things you could do.
Matt Farah, when he did those videos where they would buy really cheap, shitty cars and then like drive them across Nevada without using paved roads or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever it was that they did, like All Cars Go to Heaven, I think is what he called it.
Oh yeah, yep.
That was pay-per-view on Vimeo. Video on demand, I guess, is more because I think you only had to buy it and then you could watch it forever.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough. His watch podcast is dead. I think he's just out of the video game a bit.
I think he's out of the video game 100%.
He's not doing any one takes at all?
He doesn't do any of them.
Is Zach doing them?
I don't know because I don't watch any of that stuff.
It doesn't show up.
I never have.
On
As I've said like many moons ago, I've never watched a one take to completion.
I've watched like the first 5 minutes.
Right. I've watched a little bit, the first little bit of a bunch of them.
Yeah, the car you're interested in.
But like I can only care for so long, and that's not like an engaging. It's not an engaging video.
Typically, no.
It's not like watching Grid Life recaps made by Gears and Gasoline. Those are cool videos to watch, but like one takes are not engaging.
The only time I've watched one takes is when I've been interested in potentially acquiring the car that he's driving.
Or I already have it. He did.
No, he's talking about like an actual one.
When I was looking at 996s and stuff,
right? I know,
he did a bunch of those.
He did an S10 like not too long after I bought mine that had been like lightly modified in the suspension department.
Oh yeah,
and he was like surprisingly receptive of it. He said it actually drove like really well compared to what I think he was expecting it to. Matt Farah, Pro S10.
Pro S10. Does that make you feel better or worse?
He loves the S chassis. I don't know what to tell you.
He's surely driven a...
Yeah, there's a couple of...
like 11 billion of them.
Really?
Yep.
At one point when he was doing one takes, he said he would not drive any more Subarus ever again.
Thank God. He gets it.
Well, I think it was like a staggering amount of his submissions. His, hey, drive my cars, were Subarus.
Right. And at some point it's like, yeah, it's the same engine, it's the same drivetrain.
Right.
I'm bored.
Right.
This one makes more or less power than the other one that I drove. This one has sketchier brakes.
Right.
This one's definitely not been maintained. I'm going to die.
I think that was the other problem with Hondas a lot of times.
Yeah, I remember watching one where he got very dangerous.
The very first one that Zach did was in like an Integra. And I remember him talking about it on the podcast, and it was super fucked. Like, I don't even know if they released it because it was so bad. The car was so bad, and he, like... I think he may have aborted the drive and, like, told the kid, like...
Get this shit out of here.
Don't have this towed home.
How do you get to a point where you're proud enough about your car to want Matt Farah to make a video about it,
but
not know that it's such a piece of shit that no one should be driving it? How do you get to that point?
I think that you've surrounded yourself with people who also have similarly
terrible,
have 3 lug nuts instead of 4, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Or you're 18 years old and yeah, it's a piece of shit, but you're proud of it. And there's nothing really wrong with that. But like I was proud of my Cavalier, but I knew it was a hunk of shit. Like I wouldn't have submitted it to Matt Farah.
No.
Yeah, but your Cavalier wasn't dangerous. Well,
I appreciate it.
you did cut the. That's right. I forgot you did.
cut a lot of that car out. It may have gotten dangerous at some point.
You knew what you were doing, though, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you knew exactly what you were doing.
Yeah, I know.
But
I knew.
to your point earlier,
I
think there are a lot of people that do shit that don't know any different.
Well, yeah, that's why we have all those silly videos on the internet.
It's like, well, one example, I'm not going to even say where this happened or why or any of the circumstances, because I hope to Jesus it never gets back to the kid that did this. But he took I got to remember exactly what he did. Let's see, let me think about this for a minute. Did he lock up the rear brakes or did he prevent them from working? It was one of the two. And it was in a drift situation. And I don't remember which one it was. He must have set it up so the rear brakes didn't work at all. I can't remember why. Oh, now I remember. He set it up so the rear brakes didn't work at all so that he could left foot brake. See where I'm going with this?
Did he have a hydro?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so he had it set up so that the rear brakes did nothing, so that he could left foot brake in a drift, air quotes, and he could accelerate and hit the brake at the same time and try to slow the front of the car down.
So instead of
While
ever
adding
messing
angle.
with the throttle, it's just foot to the floor, pumping the brake.
Yeah, to try to slow the front of the car down so that the car will drift.
Yeah, it's fine, I'm sure. That's how you drift.
But he thought that was a good idea.
Live and learn, man.
Live and learn. He was quite young.
You got to innovate.
I'm sure.
You got to innovate somehow.
Exactly. How are you going to be better than Von Gittin?
How do you
It's
know
no
it
rear
doesn't
brakes.
work until you try it?
That could be the best setup you
I'm
ever
sure
had.
the first person that had like a
As a-
hydro, they were like, "You're a psychopath. What are you
Right.
doing?"
And as I've found myself saying more and more lately, which is a little upsetting, it's not stupid if it works.
It's not stupid if it
and
works.
the only way you're going to find out if it does or not is by trying it.
True.
That said, don't do stupid things, please.
Do safe things with your car, not stupid things. As Robbie, time attack director for,
Yep.
is it mid-div or
Mid-div.
DMVR?
Well, yeah, it's for DMVR.
DMVR, okay.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, running in the mid-div series.
Yeah, there we go. DMVR for mid-div.
Correct.
So you guys going to put together a Raceway Bark of the Midlands event this year?
Talking to Eric tomorrow about it.
Okay.
As well as next year's schedule, which is, in my opinion, more important. But we'll see what we can come up
Eric
with.
made a post today about how he wants to do how he's trying to plan a PDX.
Right, but the
style
dates that he
event.
suggested aren't going to work because we have a street survival that day. So,
Or otherwise we're in November, which who knows
I
with
still
November.
want to participate in a street survival as a 32-year-old man.
You want to be in the classroom, you mean? You want to be the
Well, no, I want to do the driving
student?
part of it because
Yes.
I think it would be funny to put on a YouTube video, and I think I think it's something that we should encourage people to do, young kids, and I think that one of the best ways that we, as a group of people that have a public forum, can support it is by publicizing it, and I think that it would be funny to participate in it in that process.
no, I think it'd be really good.
I also think I'm probably surprised at how terrible I am.
I want to do the skid pad. I'm just curious what
yeah,
that's
it's
like.
the wet skid
Yeah,
pad.
like one of my opener ideas that I actually need to like nail down. It's in my head, and it would be really easy to do. Is find the driver's license practice test and make you guys take it, because I think
Ooh,
might be
might fail.
surprised.
I was real close on my motorcycle one. There was a
Yeah.
couple questions on there. I was like, what?
It's like, and like we're car guys. We're the ones who are supposed to know, right? And I
Yeah.
don't even think we do, which kind of terrifies me.
We'll be fine.
See people do-
They just give licenses away.
Do the dumb? Yeah, that's the problem.
exactly.
They
That's
do
what
the
I'm
dumbest
getting
fucking
at.
shit every day. I see people do just crazy things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're curious about street survival, there may be some people that listen to this show based on our demographic. Probably not. But if you have a child that
Couple.
is around the age
14
of
to
driving,
18? I think you have to be less than 18 years or 18 years and under to participate by rules.
okay.
'Cause
So high school age, basically.
yes,
If you have a child in that age range and you would like to do something above and beyond driver's ed, Street Survival. I'm sure if you just Googled that, you would find it.
DMVRSCCA.org, Street Survival.
I'm sure there's a bunch of regions all over the country that do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just it's kind of like the 200 level driving school.
Yeah.
So check that out. I think it's a good idea.
The family I bought my Omni from, their son did it after I told them that was a thing that they could do with our local region, and he learned a bunch from it. And it also kind of helped him transition into going and doing a few autocrosses before he went off to college.
Nice.
So that was cool.
Yeah, it's a good program. I think I'm not a parent, so I don't know what that's like.
Yet.
But if you, maybe Adam could tell me, I'm sure that...
my kid's not driving yet.
He is, though.
Okay, that's fair.
Yes.
I don't think that I can
Is it ever nerve-wracking? Does he ever do anything weird?
Well, I can... outwalk the speed of his power wheel, so it's not been an issue yet. But one of these days, I'm probably going to go and fuck that up by modifying it, so we'll see.
Then you'll be really terrified.
Yeah.
But, anywho, that's enough of that. Let's do Adam's opener.
Yeah.
Presented by Mr. Booney, Factory Fabrication. This is the show where Robbie and I had nothing to do with any of it, so we'll let Adam take over from now.
Yeah, it's a trap.
This is my.
It is a trap.
I feel like I'm walking it. I felt like I was walking into a trap. I said to Jess before I came, I was like, he said just show up, which means I'm getting fucked over somehow.
I did that on purpose. Actually, I worded it that way on purpose because I knew that it would eat at you for the next 2 days.
This is a fucking trap, and I knew it.
I'm glad it worked. And
I read
it's
it.
not wrong.
I know it's not.
It's not, is it? Not at all.
Robbie knows what it is.
It's
now.
a trap.
It's not that bad.
So
it's not
fine.
a trap.
The opener, we're just going to go real quick. I have a mild garage update.
Oh.
Yes. So a couple days ago, my dad called me while I was at work, and I ignored it because I was at work. And then he texted me and said I needed to call him right back, so I did. And it turns out that he found this Blazer. I think let's say it's a 2000. I don't fucking know.
It's got the rectangularly headlights, not the squarey ones.
No, it's the same gen as the one I currently own.
There we go.
What year is yours?
99.
This is a 99.
Right, exactly. So he found this one on Craigslist in Lincoln, Nebraska. I think they were asking $500 for it. Bad motor, good transmission.
Yeah.
The one I have that's been taking up a spot in my driveway, good motor, bad transmission.
Yep.
So
Nailed it.
we bought this one. There's no hood in the picture, but it does have a hood.
Oh, nice.
So
Is this one in better shape than yours?
This one is in better shape right now.
What?
Are you saying in 6 months it may not be?
Well, no, because I'll drive it through the winter and it will explode with rust because that's what
as
they
GM
do.
products do.
Right.
So you're taking the engine out of yours.
So I think that this one, we haven't really looked at the frame itself yet, but I think that this one is probably in better shape.
Okay.
This one is not nearly as well optioned. As longtime listeners will remember, one of the shows we had with Mr. Kanga Motorsports, we went over my insane option list on that truck.
Yes.
So this one has like cloth seats, whereas my other one had leather. It does have power seats and power windows, which I don't really care about. I don't really need any of that crap, but it's there. Whatever. So, yeah.
I thought you were going to snowball your way out of this. I thought you were going to put these two together and then sell it.
Well, so
and
that
crush it.
So my dad was like, you know, we can do an assortment of things. We can, I can just buy your Blazer. I'll give you a couple $100 for it or whatever. And then I'll fix this and sell it, and whatever money I make or whatever. Or you can donate your Blazer to this, and then we can sell that one and split it. Or you can buy this one from me for what I have in it, or whatever we want to do. I think what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to keep this, and it's going to be Katie's vehicle, because she wants something that's a little bigger than a car.
Yeah.
Right? Which this is. And with the whole entourage of things that we have to travel with, being that we have a cat or a kid and well, I have cats too, but they don't come with us. I have a kid and 2 dogs that like when we go to the parents' house on weekends and stuff like that.
Forgot you had another dog.
Yeah, we added
He's so happy.
we added
about
a
that.
second dog to the mix. So it's like I don't think I could physically fit all the things that we take with us in the Focus to go like to the mother-in-law's for the weekend.
Probably not.
Right?
No.
And so the van, I don't think I ever talked about this on the show. The van is dead.
Oh,
The van's donezo.
I thought you fixed it.
No.
No, that was the head gasket, right?
I think it lost a head gasket.
Well, piss.
Did
I don't know.
it seriously overheat? I know you said it was hot, but did it
Well, so Katie, I don't know because I was in Colorado, which was more fun added to this whole situation. Katie was driving it. She said that it overheated. I told her to just pull over and let it cool down. She did that, and it wouldn't start again. And so a friend of hers came and picked her up, and I just had it towed home because I have free towing because I own shit cars. And so that's part of my insurance shopping process now. But I got home, got looking at it. Turns out that it has a leak going on one of the hard lines that go to the rear heater core, because apparently those have 2 heater cores, which is painfully annoying.
That's a shitload of coolant.
You got to get all the hot air in the back faster.
Right. But here's the fun part about it. The fans in the back don't fucking work anyway. So I was just, if the motor was still good, I was just going to loop that rear one out and move on with my life because we don't use it anyway. But, so I filled it up with coolant. I dropped the oil to see if there was any water in it. It looked fine. So filled it back up again. Went for a drive. It seemed to, like, it runs really rough. It sounds fine, but when you try to move it, it's like definitely hurt. Right?
Huh.
And I went for a drive. I drove it like 5 or 6 miles and came back to my house. And right as I was turning into my driveway, it just died. And it fired right back up. But I don't know what it is. And frankly, I don't care. It runs well enough that I think I can make it from my house to the junkyard. So Saturday morning, that's where it's going.
See you, van.
And that couple $100 that I make off of that will hopefully probably just go into this Blazer because you know as well as I do that I'm not just going to be able to pull the motor out of mine and drop it right into that one.
It's never that easy.
It's going to be something. I'm going to need a little bit of money. I know it was a running motor. Doesn't fucking mean it's going to work.
Doesn't fucking matter. Something will happen.
It's never that
That'll
simple.
give me a couple $100 to play with there. Then you know I can call that net even, right? So the long-term plan here is to to give this to Katie, let her drive it because she doesn't drive as much as I do, and it gets terrible gas mileage because it's a 4.3. But with a car dolly, it'll tow the Omni.
Yes.
And so my hopes and dreams right now are that through the winter I can get a car dolly, and then I actually have a reason to fix the Omni, because right now the only thing I can do with the Omni is the 2 autocross events that we have left here, because we've lost all of our locations except for Adventureland, which is an amusement park parking lot, which means we can only do the first and last events of the year, which historically I haven't participated in anyway because that car doesn't have a heater, and I ran slicks, and it was always fucking cold.
Yes.
And so historically I've never ran that event with my own vehicle. And so I can't tow the car because I don't have anything to tow it with. So I can't take it to a track day. I don't have any autocrosses left locally. So like, why even bother fixing the car? And that's kind of where I've been mentally. I didn't want to say that because I knew I would be accosted for such a statement. But that's kind of where I've been on that car lately. But now, maybe I can fix this. Maybe I can get a tow dolly. Maybe I'll have a reason to fix the car. Maybe it'll see some track time next year. So
That'd be awesome.
So
That's a great time trials car for the time trial series.
Yes, it is.
I assure you that I will not be participating in all of those events.
But you could.
You could go to 1 or 2.
I'll go to a few. I'll go to some
There
of the
you go.
close ones, but like I'm not making the drive to Hallett. Sorry, Robbie. I love you.
You will
probably
love
won't.
it. You should.
Yeah, I love you, but
probably
I
won't
can't
either.
Highly
make the
recommend.
drive to Hallett.
Highly recommend how.
Yeah, but I can't afford Hallett at 12 miles to the gallon, dude.
Yes, you can. It's
No,
gas
I
is so
can't.
cheap.
Robbie, I'll be brutally honest with you.
You say that till you
I
drive
don't care about anything enough to be as motivated as you are for time trials.
No,
And I don't
I-
mean that in a bad way. I just
No, I
mean
get
that,
that.
like, at this point in my life, it's stupid amounts of fun. And if you have an opportunity to go, you should definitely go do time trials. But like, I just go like, that sounds like a lot of work and money, and then I just don't do it.
I would do it. I just don't have the budget.
How it is worth it.
Okay.
I'm sure that it
Highly
is.
recommend.
And in the future, I would like to. But if the next year goes anything like this year is going, it won't.
To everyone that's listening within driving distance of Hallett,
You should
please come to
you
my
should
Hallett event next
go
year.
to a Hallett event
I would
and
love to
support
drive
Robbie.
with you. It
I'm
is a
even like
wonderful track.
mentally, accidentally talking myself out of going to Lake Garnett. I don't know what my deal is. I need to get my shit together.
You're burned out, man. It's the end of the season. You're burned out.
No, he's not burned out on driving.
No, but he's burned out on life, and when he gets
Well,
he gets a weekend to himself, he's like, I don't want.
Yeah,
to
that's what it is.
I get that way.
I don't want to
September, October every fucking year.
I don't
man.
want to take like half a vacation day to spend my whole weekend doing shit and then come home and like, you know, laundry's not done,
Fuck
not fucking
laundry.
ready for the week, blah blah blah.
That's why you-
That's what it is.
I'm right there with
That's
you,
why you
man.
get a.
Robbie's right.
You just get a girlfriend to do your laundry or something like that.
I'm not gonna try that.
I just come home and magically it's
Save
done.
that for
Yeah. Like,
I just put all my laundry
Several
over
more-
I
here.
put my
several
laundry
more
in
months.
this basket,
and then,
and then
it
I
just
wake
comes
up
back.
in the morning and it's folded. It's great. It's a magic
fucking
basket.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try that yet.
No.
We'll maybe next year on that one. We'll see how that goes. Probably not great.
It won't
Yeah.
go great.
I already lied about the Porsche, so gotta choose my battles. Is what
Did
I'm
you
saying.
lie or did you just not tell?
Didn't tell the whole truth.
I omitted some key information,
Did she,
which in the court of law may be, lying. I don't know.
I think that you were just doing what was best for the relationship.
That's what I thought. Still funny.
So
Still get shit for it.
But the Focus is, I thought was back up and running until today when my dad texted me, and now it's kind of having transmission issues. So hopefully that's not a big deal, and I can have the Focus back.
That'd be great.
Okay, wait. So the ultimate goal is
I will daily
Katie
drive the
Blazer.
Focus.
okay. That was my question.
Well, my ultimate goal is to fix the S10. But
yeah.
in the interim,
Ooh, here's what you should do:
okay.
sell the Omni, fix the S10.
Okay, so
Do
finish.
you see where I'm going with this?
No, finish.
Okay.
Were you telling me to tow the S10
Yes.
with the...
Yes, that's what I'm telling you to do.
So I talked at length with Adam about my current racing situation and like what I want to do with myself and whether I should fix the Omni, sell the Omni. If I sold the Omni, the short list of cars that I would consider replacing it with. And Jabe is very, very pro S10.
I think it's a really good idea, personally.
I do too.
I think that it crosses over with the Cavalier, and there'll be parts for it,
Parts are plentiful.
and you're not 100% sure what to do with the Omni.
It's so practical. You could put like all your tools and
See,
shit.
that's-
in the
Omni's
back
pretty practical,
and
though,
just
too.
bring it and then just set that.
Actually, in all reality, because it's a hatch and not a bed, it's probably more practical for racing applications
Yeah.
because this stuff is inside.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I was going to say nobody else will have one, but nobody has an Omni either. But it's I think it's a more friendly platform.
So like the front end of the S10 is G-body. So anything that bolts onto a G-body will bolt onto the front end of the S10. So brakes, big brake kits, suspension kits, A-arms,
shit.
all that stuff.
If I'd known that, I could have gotten you the 9C1 cop brakes from the
Oh yeah.
different lifetimes.
Then the rear end, it's a stick axle, so that kind of blows. But like you can buy bolt-on four links that can be either coilover or airbag. Obviously, I would do coilover for the racing application, but that stuff just bolts on. Coilovers are not hard. There's a million of them. Roll bars you can buy as bolt-in affairs.
Yep.
And it's on the outside.
They can be on the outside.
Yeah,
yes.
that'd be-
They can come down the back and be very race truck, excuse me.
It'd be race truck and convenient.
Yeah.
Easy to install.
Yeah. I love the way it looks. I think it's rad. It was fun to drive. It was
yeah.
it's like I said earlier, like I wouldn't call them great handling vehicles, but they're surprisingly good.
I can see that.
And it's fun. And it's silly. And
I bet if you put some really good tires on it, though.
you can Tuck 275s factory
Nice.
on those.
Is it a
Square.
16-inch wheel? Oh,
That
Jesus.
stock is a 16 that's on
Okay.
there right now.
Which is a friendly wheel size for
I'd
tires.
probably so a 15 will clear my brakes that are on there now, and so unless I like did something stupid and crazy like V8 swapping it, and I didn't need any more brake than I currently have, like with the power level it made, I don't need any more brake.
Mhm.
So I would probably go to like a 15 by 10 and a 245, just because those would be the cheapest tire option that's
Yep.
still relatively wide.
Yep. Absolutely.
So I know, man, dude. Like
I think that's the goal.
the greenhouse on that thing,
So nice.
it's so good. Like you can see everything,
I know.
dude. There's just like the Omni it's kind of hard to see out of sometimes.
You sit surprisingly low in the Omni.
Yeah.
Every time I was in it, I was
Yeah.
like, Jesus Christ, I'm down in here.
Yeah, which I could fix. I could raise my because, dude, I have like 8 inches from the top of my helmet to the top of the car. I
Yeah,
could
there's lots of
raise that
space in
seat
there.
a long ways and it would be fine. But like the S10, because it's the regular cab, there's like nothing. You know, there's a tiny little A pillar and a tiny little B pillar, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just open, and you sit up kind of high in there, and dude, I think it would look rad with like some gold BBSs and some Corbeau buckets in it. Like do the whole race look, but on a truck. I think it'd look rad.
I think that's the move.
Do like a bunch of like silly JDM stuff. Like get one of those Sparco toe straps to hang out the front bumper, and just like all
Do it.
It would be so rad.
You need to do it. This has to happen.
Well, he's got to put the two things together and get rid of the thing,
First, I need
and
to
then get rid
sort
of the
out.
other thing.
I need to sort out the daily situation.
Yeah.
And I need to have one for each of the adults in my household, which would be a huge step that I haven't been at in over a year.
Yeah, needs before wants.
So that I need to do first, and then we'll see where I'm at from there. That's where I'm standing at right now. So we're edging ever closer, but I'm still for every 2 steps forward, the focus fucks up again, and like, dude, I haven't even got it back to me, and I've fixed it 3 times.
Ugh,
Dude, what is the deal with that car?
I don't know, man.
it's cursed.
I think they're all that bad, though.
Yeah,
Like, I don't think
they're
you
all
got a
cursed.
limit. I just think that's
They're all
that
equally bad.
car.
It was great right up to the point where it wasn't. And then now it's
That's
been
super
nothing
annoying.
but terrible. Like that car was just get in it and drive. Dead nuts reliable. I never did anything to it. And then one day it just died. Like
Yeah,
And it was negative 20 degrees outside.
driving down the road, coldest day of the fucking year,
stopped running.
on an exit ramp in the second busiest exchange in the city. And the motor just dies.
So annoying.
It's because cars are dumb, man.
Cars are dumb.
Cars are dumb.
I should just walk everywhere.
Rideshare, man. That's where it's at.
Yeah.
Uber's going to get that figured out for you here pretty soon. Not even going to need a driver.
They were talking on the radio show I listened to in the mornings about some new company that is doing rideshare, but it's like child pickup and delivery service.
Oh,
So you just fork your child over to a stranger and hope they end up where they're supposed to go?
Yep.
Yeah, that makes a
As
lot of
young
fucking
as
sense.
5.
what could possibly go wrong?
I was like, no. Dude, I couldn't imagine doing that.
No.
And I'm like super not paranoid about my child. Like probably almost too far not paranoid about my child. But I am not okay with that.
No, that's
There's not one person that when they were pitching that idea was like, hold
they
on
were
a
like,
second.
is-
That's the worst
of
fucking
course,
idea I've ever
Of course,
heard.
they're like, everyone will have
background
extensive
checks.
background checks.
Just like
and
Uber and Lyft
Yeah, and I'm like, no.
yeah.
That's not the point. Like, even if that's a responsible person, like, you've put your child in this scenario with a stranger.
Yeah.
I mean, what if your child just freaks out?
Yeah.
And, like, they just take off or something? Like,
Yeah.
what do you do?
Yeah.
That
No.
sounds like a lawyer's field day
And
of
the thing-
lawsuits.
and I don't want to get into background checks and all that stuff because that goes to a place where we don't want to. But my biggest issue with that argument, and I don't even necessarily disagree with it, but my biggest issue with that argument is that, like, everyone had a clean record until they didn't.
Dude, Ted
just-
Bundy had a pretty clean record.
Exactly. Just because I don't have anything that comes up on my background check doesn't mean that I won't go shoot somebody.
It's not that I'm not capable.
Yeah, it's that I haven't done it yet.
It's true. That person could be waiting for their moment.
Just because I haven't kidnapped a kid yet doesn't mean I won't.
Right. Yeah, like I'm saying. Like I said, Ted Bundy killed a lot of people before he got caught.
Jack the Ripper had to start somewhere.
When you have Michael Beck levels of stress, it's just a matter of time.
People snap, man.
People do snap. That's why you should be friendly to people.
Speaking of things that don't make you snap, Michael, tell us about...
Oh, we're doing a whole update deal?
Might as well.
I guess
we're here.
All right. I talked about my wheels a little bit.
Did you? I don't remember.
Well, I talked about how stupid the lug bolts are.
Oh, yeah.
When did you wrap your car purple?
It's purple sometimes.
That's super crazy.
Yeah, sometimes it's purple, sometimes it's blue. Like sometimes it's this weird gray color. Like it just changes colors.
Based on the lighting?
Yep. It depends on the lighting.
That's like very purple.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't get an a fender bender.
Yeah, I know.
That's special paint for the special
I'd like to have
boys.
the front bumper repainted.
Ask Don Boss about that.
I'd like to have the front bumper repainted just because it's rock chipped, but
That's got to be like a tri-coat with like really
it's like
expensive
something.
metallics.
It's something terrible, I'm sure.
Ooh.
But yeah, sometimes it's
Porsche
purple.
exclusive.
Sometimes it's
Yeah.
blue.
What do they call that paint?
You talking about
Like if
Chameleon?
no, like when you order a special color, what do they call that? Paint POC piece.
Oh, are you talking about the Porsche name for it?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
When you order it from Porsche.
I don't know. It's something stupid.
Yeah, it's
and you
out of
pay
control.
like
Very expensive.
Huge
$8,000 for
money.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, and they only like slot like for every 100 cars they build, 2 of them will be special paint codes.
Jeez.
And you gotta like get that spot to get that, and then you gotta pick your paint. There's a whole process to it.
I believe it.
And you got to buy
It's an ordeal.
You got to buy a Panamera, and then you got to buy a
there's
Cayenne,
that.
and then you got to buy the regular 911, and then you can have a special 911 if you choose. So if we can get you an allocation, sir. Oh, by the way, the Taycan is coming out. Can we get your down payment for that? Yeah, good luck.
Oh, dude, if you don't think that they trap people like that, you're crazy.
Yeah.
They for sure do.
They do.
That.
They absolutely do.
Absolutely.
You have to be a good customer, whatever that means. So anyway, I got some wheels.
Are these just Porsche wheels or?
These are Porsche BBS lightweight wheels. So this is a factory.
Did you buy more
wheel.
magnesium wheels?
No, I don't. No, this shouldn't be magnesium. It's the correct wheel for this generation of car. It's the wheel that should have come on this car.
Oh.
That's not a very interesting story, but the guy that I bought it from, we had a disagreement on getting the wheels that came on the car. And so I went, well, I'll just buy a different set of them. So here they are. That's them right there.
Well, very nice.
So
I noticed you were cruising around Cars Coffee with your slicks on. So
yep, I got my Goodyear, I think, or no, they're
BFR.
a BF Goodrich R1s is what they are.
Yep. R1Rs or whatever they're called.
They're that's DOT rated.
Yeah, there's a tread.
DOT stamp
There's
on
a
it.
tread.
It's got 2 centerline treads that barely count as a tread.
That's
at all.
fine.
The wear bars aren't.
I drove around a long time on those.
It's fine.
The only thing that I have to be aware of now is that as much as I love driving it in the rain, or
No,
the rain
you
follows me around,
Don't do that.
I can't do that in my BF Goodrich now because there is no tread on
You will
them.
die.
I will
Yep.
die.
I found it. It's PTS, which is paint to sample.
Oh.
Okay. I had this screenshot from like a million years ago, like pre-Michael being into Porsches.
Okay.
And I dug it out. For those who don't know, Porsche only does PTS cars so many weeks a year. It's a nuisance because you have to have an allocation where your build slot lines up with that window to even have a chance at getting the custom color. It's far easier to have Porsche do a few one-of-one customizations out of their parts bin via Porsche exclusive than
Porsche exclusive. That's what I was trying to
than
remember.
PTS. That's why PTS Porsches are so rare. Not money, timing. So even if you have the money, if your build slot doesn't line up with the time where they'll do a paint to sample, it doesn't matter.
So people sell build slots, don't they?
Oh, for
Oh yeah,
sure.
yeah. If you get one, yes, most
Absolutely.
You sell it for the value of
Absolutely.
the car. Huh.
Welcome to Porsches.
Yep.
I thought it looked nice. That's why I was taking pictures of it at the Cars and Coffee.
It did-
I
it
thought
does
for
look
sure
good.
you're gonna like blast me as I'm doing it. I'm like,
No, I saw you doing it, but somebody was talking to me, and I was like, that motherfucker. See what he's doing. So
sport exhaust and the
sport
slicks.
exhaust and the BBS lightweight sport wheels.
It's a fancy boy.
So now my options list reflects the parts on the car. So we're all OEM again.
So now it's worth more money.
Now I'm going to put coilovers on it.
Nice.
You're
That's a
gonna ruin
great
it.
time trial
And
car.
I'm going to ruin it. Yep.
Excelente.
I almost can't not ruin it. I mean, I'm going to keep the original parts. I'm not a fucking maniac, but I'm going to
Yeah,
put
you can't
coilovers.
throw 'em
Yeah,
away.
can't throw them away. That'd be stupid.
What do you
Comes with original
do you
struts.
have
Okay.
do you have an option already? Do you know where you're going?
Yes.
What you're buying?
Surprisingly, getting coilovers for this car is not easy.
It doesn't surprise me at all, actually.
Poland's?
You could do that.
That's the only one I know of.
Oddly enough, Odie Bakshi's and
Okay.
Feel makes a coilover for this car, so that's probably what I'm going to do. 'Cause I don't want to spend $3,500 on coilovers.
I know.
No, you don't.
I know that from back when I used to listen to DWA, they always talked about PSS 9s, which I think are just a shock. I don't think it's an actual legit coilover.
I might do that though, because there are options for springs. There's quite a few options,
Yeah,
and
just
obviously
get like
you could
a-
get dampers.
Like a PSS 9 and a lowering spring, and like you're not gonna. Really, the only difference between a coilover and that is the height adjustability.
Yes.
which you're not gonna change.
No, I'm going to
You're
set
gonna
it and
set
forget
it and
it.
forget it. Like, who cares?
That usually does not work on a street-driven car having adjustable coilovers, because something will seize them up.
Yeah.
You're not going to be adjusting them.
No.
I tried that once on Scott's car, and it was like a real pain in the ass.
Right,
It was not
right.
worth it. We all decided it's not worth doing this anymore.
Yeah.
So
I agree
yeah,
with
you're
that
exactly
statement.
right. You're
So maybe
gonna,
like a good damper and some like 1-inch Eibach lowering springs or something like that,
Yep.
and just call it a day.
Yeah, I agree. That's probably a much more reasonable. That could be had for
Way less
hundreds
money.
of dollars
Yeah.
instead of thousands of dollars,
Yeah.
and you're going to get the same result at the end of the day. I agree.
Like the application. I mean, you're not going to be in there turning
Adjusting
knobs
shit?
and clicking
No.
dials and shit like that.
Nope. Nope.
So who cares?
So there it is, Robbie. That's it.
She's a beaut.
Bunch
There,
of
Clark.
engines sitting around the shop, not going into cars.
If we do Robbie's project updates, that'll be a show. So we probably don't want to do that. do
There's
we?
really not shit to update, man.
Oh, okay.
It's,
I didn't know if you've touched either of the Nissans.
The Z is on the ground, ready to go. It just needs fluids, and I can go take it for a drive. Haven't, because it's not a priority. And then the 240 is all back together. The only thing I'm waiting on is an AccuSump, because I bought one, and the fucking bitch never sent it.
This
So
bitch.
I filed a complaint. So I waited, and she kept saying, yeah, I'm going to send it, I'm going to send it. Okay, I'll refund it. It's been fucking 4 weeks. So I ordered a
So frustrating.
second AccuSump, because they're cheap, and that's fun. So I bought two.
That's sarcasm, in case you didn't get
Yep.
that.
So that should be here either Saturday or Monday, which means I will hopefully be driving this by Tuesday, breaking in that engine and finding out if
Probably
there's anything else
you
wrong.
need to make a friend at a reputable shop that can sell you parts. Stop buying stuff on eBay.
No, this wasn't on eBay. This was
You're buying enough stuff. You need like a shop you go to.
no. I
You
better
have
be
to just
fucking
get the
done buying
stuff.
parts for a long time.
I feel that.
No, it's let's say I found one that was local enough that she's like, it wasn't worth driving, but they're like, oh yeah, I'll ship it, no problem,
Right.
Oh, and you just
Fucking paid 'em.
Paid with PayPal.
because I'm an idiot. Yep.
Oh, what are you
So
gonna
I
do? It's
gotta
PayPal though.
Yeah, gotta file a complaint now and get.
It is what it is.
So yeah, it should have, whatever. So now I'm getting a second AccuSump, which will be here right now, hopefully by the time you're listening. So yeah, hopefully I can get this all engine broken in, make sure there's nothing wrong with it, get some miles on it, sit at some cars of coffee, and then we track it.
Do you need a re-dyno, or are you just going to assume that it's close?
That shouldn't have changed hardly anything.
You might have gained a
Horsepower too. I don't know.
1/10 of a point or two on compression that might have changed it a little bit here or there, but
Yeah.
you're using the heads you had before, right?
Yeah, heads, cam,
So
all that
nothing's
stuff.
really changed.
No,
significantly.
nothing critical has changed. So
Maybe a
we'll do-
tiny little bit of compression.
Yeah, so we'll do a full tune next year.
Right on.
That's it.
Factoryfabrication.com. We need to get that time set up to go back and sweat our asses off in the front of the shop.
Gotta
Of
have
course, those
something
days
to
are
do.
are coming to an end.
Yeah,
Like
so
a
freeze our ass
game
off.
of some sort.
I think he has heat.
Nah, I'll freeze our ass off. No heat. It's a welding shop.
You just fire up an acetylene torch and just
Yeah,
let
just let it. Just leave
let
it on the
sit
floor.
there.
Just let it shoot up in the air. We can all huddle around it and hold our hands up to it.
yeah, they're penetrating metal with other metal all day.
Whoa, Robbie.
Jesus Christ.
Whoa,
Robbie.
Robbie.
There's a lot of heat coming out of there.
You got to use.
A lot of friction.
A lot of
Do you use
friction and heat.
penetration at work? Or no, you don't do that as much anymore. Do you still?
I use penetration at work every day.
Oh boy.
The joint I was looking at today had full penetration.
Whoa,
Nice.
Robbie. Whoa, Robbie.
Full penetration.
Whoa.
How's that weld look? Fully penetrated. It's good.
I thought you were printing things.
That's part of it.
You weld and print?
Yeah.
You're so versatile, Robbie.
Technically, when you're printing metal, it is technically a laser weld.
I suppose.
So I do.
Don't be getting all technical with me, Robbie.
When I penetrate metal with other metal, that is my life.
What are we gonna do with Robbie?
Penetration is my life.
Careful, Robbie. Careful.
Yeah, you gotta be careful how you use that in the workplace. It's 2019, almost 2020.
No, it's a technical term, though. I'm fine.
I learned that. So when I'm doing fiber stuff, like if I'm in a building, I call that terminating fiber.
Mm-hmm.
I learned that I can't use that term with common folk because they think I'm there to shut their shit off.
Oh, yeah, terminating.
Yeah, that's funny. I would never have thought of that.
I learned that last week.
Somebody freak out and call the office or something?
Yeah,
or?
I talked to like 6 different people at the corporate for the movie theater that's in the Jordan Creek Mall here in town. Because I went in there, I was like, yeah, I'm here to terminate your fiber. And the kid like let me in there. And then like 2 minutes later, he comes in there. He's like, I might have to have you leave. He's like, I don't know how to say this, but and I was like, all right, what do you need, man? Like, what's up? And I think that he thought I was there to shut shit off.
Did he make you leave?
No, I talked to
Talk to a manager or something?
Yeah. And then by the time, so they kept telling me like, well, okay, like, I think you might be okay. And then I'd start back to work again. And then he'd come back and be like, I'm really sorry, but like, I got to have you talk to this guy. And then I'd go and I'd talk and I'd go back in there and I'd get back to work. And like, literally, the kid comes in there. He's like, okay, like my GM's happy. Everybody's happy. I think you're good. I'm like, great, because I'm finished. And I left.
Good, because your shit's off. See you later. And I ran out the front door.
Yeah. So, Jesus Christ. But
Common people. Am I right?
common people.
Fucking
Flat Earth.
Fucking normies.
Fucking normies. They're flat Earth and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
Exactly. If you're not a normie and you want a fancy, I got to sit in the fancy chairs. Those chairs.
True. Those chairs.
When I was in
I don't
there.
know how to make it stop.
I don't know. There's probably a thing to make it there. But if
From
that's
part of the dining collection.
I send him interior designing things that I like, and he actually is the only person on the face of the earth that gives a shit.
That was part of his trip to Europe that we didn't talk about. Was he went to like
Oh
bunch of
yeah, he
architecture
was sending
stuff.
it to me. He
he went to a
architecture
bunch
stuff.
of like architecture museums and I was like, those look boring.
I'm glad I have Booney so that at least I've got one person
I'm glad
to send those
like
things
I'm
to.
super glad that he enjoyed himself, but I don't know that I'd want to go to that.
I took a history of architecture thinking it'd be like, oh, that seems interesting. Literally the worst class I took at all of Iowa State. My advisor, when she found out that I did that, she goes, I would have told you not to do that. That was a mistake.
History of architecture? That sounds so
See, I
dry.
would have
It
loved
sounded
that.
interesting,
I
but it
would've
was
loved that.
so dry and so bad and,
Wow.
and way harder than it needed to be.
Oh, he was one of those
Uh-huh.
teachers.
Yeah.
I should let you get.
30% of you won't even pass this class.
So
Oh,
let
so
you
you're
guys-
bad at your job. Gotcha.
Great.
I should let you peruse through my Instagram sometime. It's confusing. It's like Porsche architecture
Bikini sleuths.
with tattoos.
With tattoos.
Yeah, and then
Like a little-
watches.
Some drifting here.
It's
and
like
there every once in a while.
drifting. It's literally like the polar opposite. It's literally a dude on a yacht, and then
Broke
like
ass S2 or 240.
yeah, and then some broke ass.
Mine's not
240.
that broke
it's
anymore.
so confusing. I would be committed and like diagnosed with schizophrenia if anybody looked at my Instagram for too long.
Yeah, pick a lane, bro.
I like all of it. I like all of it though. It's all good.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I keep finding myself
Variety is the spice of life, Robbie.
I keep finding myself thinking nothing's good anymore, and I just fucking unfollow everything. This is stupid now.
Just don't open Instagram.
Yep.
Problem solved.
It's all right. You shared your privacy whatever policy change thing, or you?
I
covered?
literally never saw it until there were the memes.
Oh God,
I must not have been on it.
How stupid are
What?
people?
People are dumb.
Let's not worry about it. If you don't know about it,
No, I
don't
don't
even,
wanna
don't
know.
even,
You're lucky.
don't,
You're
don't
lucky.
even
Let's
get
move
into
on.
it.
Let's move on.
Yep.
Let's do the topic that I came up with that scared Robbie half to death that didn't need to.
This is still a fucking trap, I bet.
No, Robbie, this is
It's probably
good.
gonna change gears
Yeah,
last
he's
minute.
good.
Yeah.
Ba-bam! Distraction.
Joke's on you. Here's a new folder.
That would
No,
be quite the double cross.
That would have been a lot of work on my part.
Not worth it.
So last week we talked about we mentioned when we were talking about Avalons, because we were always on topic. Like, would you rather buy the most optioned version of, for lack of a better term, the base model or base make,
The normie brand.
brand, or would you buy the least optioned, cheapest version of the premium brand?
Ooh.
So I picked a few cars here. One of these in particular is a shocking disparity between the two. For the most part, they came out pretty similarly priced, and in all reality, pretty similarly optioned. And it really, I think, really does come down to what you're trying to project with the badge on the hood for most of these.
Can I make a statement before we start?
Please.
I would not buy the luxury car.
Okay.
Just understand
Says
it's
the guy-
confusing as fuck.
And I'm the most
Says the
confusing
guy
man on
who
the show.
drives a Genesis and a Porsche.
So
I refuse to believe that.
So, maybe I've changed a little bit. I really don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about
You shouldn't.
my
That's
cars.
Good. That's good.
You should.
I really don't give a shit. Like, I don't care about your opinion. I don't care who you are or whatever. Like, I don't give a shit about you. I'm just telling that,
No, that's right.
yeah.
Yeah, fuck
Like,
him. That's
yeah,
why.
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
He talked about the fans that way earlier.
That's what I'm saying. I'm glad we're all on the same page. But like,
Jesus.
I don't care what other people think about me in the car I drive.
You shouldn't.
The thing that freaks me out about luxury cars is the servicing.
Yes.
Because every time somebody tells me about servicing their Mercedes, I have a panic attack because it's like a bill for $2,000 every time you go in there.
It's a very
and I'm
expensive
not
oil change.
exaggerating.
No, I know you're not.
It's an insane amount of money. The Lexus may be the exception, or the Genesis.
Yeah.
But like, I think the Genesis I have now is like the end of the line of that. I think when the next ones comes out, they'll come up with some stupid servicing plan that you have
you
to
gotta
do
get
this
on
and
board
that
with
and
it.
blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm just saying that.
And you won't be able to get it serviced here in town because
And I'll have to take it to Omaha.
They wouldn't give you, or they wouldn't give us a Genesis dealer, even
Right.
though I see at least one Genesis a day, and I'm certain they could justify it.
Well, yeah, that's another battle. But so there are exceptions. But like, if the choice was my own money, Mercedes, or a different brand, like I don't know. Well, Mercedes is a bad example because they don't have a cheap brand. But,
Yeah.
But like, would you buy a cheap Mercedes or an expensive blah blah blah? I definitely
How
would
about
buy the cheap Mercedes.
Volkswagen or Audi? Because those are kind of in the same vein, and that would be the base make and the premium.
Gun to
brand.
my head. I actually really hate Volkswagen now. I think it's terrible.
But Audi's the same company.
I know, but I'm so disappointed in what Volkswagen has become. I don't think I could give them my money.
Audi makes way cooler cars.
If it was Honda Acura, you bet your ass I would be at Honda.
Should that be where we start? I don't know that. I have some things to say. I chose a Honda and an Acura for this very topic.
Great.
So I chose the Accord. It's the largest Honda car.
Sedan.
Sedan.
Coupe.
Yes, sedan.
That's a nice fucking Honda.
So, and then apparently, according to my one of my Honda experts in this particular scenario, Ryan Seiler, because normally Jabe would be my Honda expert, but if it's less than 25 years old, he doesn't know anything about it. So
Convenient.
So I had to go. I had to go to my other Honda expert, and according to him, the Acura RDX, right? RLX. Sorry, RLX. RDX is the SUV. RLX is the same chassis as the Accord.
Okay.
So what you're telling me is you had to go to a consultant to determine what Acura is comparable, because Acura doesn't make sense as a brand.
Well, no. So Acura makes 3 cars,
Okay.
and Honda makes 2.
Oh, okay. So there wasn't a
So
direct
I was kind of
correlation.
wondering if the RLX was a chassis that Honda just makes for Acura that was bigger. Because I thought maybe the Civic was. I don't remember what is it, TSX and TLX.
TLX I know is one.
I don't remember.
They used
My
to be.
point is, nobody knows anything about Acura because nobody cares.
So I had to go to an expert, and he told me that the Accord and the RLX are the same car, and if that's not true, I don't give a damn.
We're not checking.
It's the same for this scenario.
So all I did in this process was I went through a build list and chose the most expensive options, no matter what they were. I didn't care what it was. I just wanted the most expensive thing. I chose non-hybrids because, believe it or not, they were more expensive in the Honda, or maybe it was in the Toyota, where the non-hybrid was the most expensive because of the transmission you got. The transmission option turned out to be more expensive.
Good.
In one or the other. I don't remember if it was Acura or Toyota. But, so, Robbie.
We're going to run through this Honda?
Yeah, let's run through the Honda real
All
quick.
right, powertrain. We could have a shit-ass piece of crap CVT included for free.
Yeah.
Or
we don't want that, obviously.
An e-CVT for your 2-liter.
That's the hybrid.
That's the hybrid. That's for $1,600. Or for your 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder engine, a 10-speed automatic.
Yes.
It's a lot of gears, but I'll take that one.
We'll take 10.
Not only that, but
Because that
that's
was what,
the-
15? Was that what that one was?
Which one?
The 10-speed. How much money? How many monies, Robbie? Because I think that was more expensive.
$2,000.
$2 grand.
It was for $1,600.
What was
for
the base? Like 30?
30 grand.
It's $30,120, and you add $2,000 for the good transmission.
Okay, so we started at 30 grand.
But you got the SI.
Yeah,
engine
you got
with
the
that.
2-liter engine.
Yes, no, that's the Type R engine.
Ooh, super fancy.
The SI has a 1.5 liter turbo, I think.
Nice. This is what I
Probably wrong about that.
Don't care.
needed. Not interested. Moving on.
I know they make a 1.5 turbo and they make a 2-liter turbo, and I know that the 2-liter is in the Type R.
This car interests me slightly. A Type R sedan.
That's basically
Come on.
it's basically like a less egregious looking car.
Yeah.
I love the Type R. I think it looks cool. I wouldn't say that the Accord looks better, but I can understand why someone would.
Yes.
And I will admit that the Type R is pretty egregious, but I
It's a
still
little
love
too
it.
much.
I still love it. So anyway, what do we got next, Robbie?
Color, doesn't matter.
Yeah, colors were all the same price. Interior
God,
trim
you're
was
so-
all the same price. That didn't matter.
Yep. Interior don't matter. Premium features.
So I didn't go through and like select locking lug nuts and low winter
No.
floor mats and all that horse shit, because that was just like trying to be stupid, and I didn't select all those things. I just selected like option packages, or like if you could get in, like I remember because I did a Suburban and you could do like lane assist was by itself. You could select that by itself. So I took those things, but I didn't take like dumb individual accessory stuff.
Speaking of dumb individual accessories, we're getting the 19-inch alloy wheels with the Braun accents.
I did
for
do
$3,100.
Oh.
I did do all the fancy wheels that I could do, because fancy wheels, I felt like they complete the package, right?
Yep.
Like that's
so the
part
car,
of it.
so far the car is radiant red with the bronze 19-inch wheels.
It looks good. If you're into those sort of things.
If the wheels would ever load,
I don't know that they do.
they might not.
There was one of these that I did where the wheels did not show up.
That's it.
So I think that was about it. Grand total, Robbie?
$35,268 for your MSRP.
30
plus a $2,400 destination.
charge.
I have no idea. I'm
Yikes.
just joking.
I don't know. Probably
is one.
about that, yeah. So 35 grand.
I'll take it.
For the most optioned Honda that you can buy. That's leather seats, heated and cooled
Honda
seats.
Sensing.
All the safety features that any new car this day and age has. I think that one had a sunroof,
Yep. Moonroof.
all that sort of stuff. Like, it's all there. It's everything you could ever want, but it is a Honda.
So it's not everything you would ever want.
So it's not the premium brand.
What's the premium brand?
The cheapest RLX, starting from with 0 options.
Oh my God.
Right?
How
It's
much?
Staggering.
$54,900.
$54,000 for a no option RLX. $19,000 more than a fully optioned Accord, which is supposedly the same chassis.
What engine's in that?
It has to be the 2-liter, right?
I think it's the 2-liter.
No.
Is it a 3.0?
It is a 3.5 liter V6.
Okay, there you go.
But it's probably not as good though.
It's got 310 horsepower of Honda power.
So, I have a few things that Ryan talked about.
All-wheel steering for free?
Yeah, but that was if you got the all-wheel drive one, which was not free.
Oh.
Wait, is this front wheel drive?
Yes.
Oh Jesus.
No, it says front-wheel drive with PAWS.
Oh,
for free!
Oh, I didn't think you... I thought that you could only get that with
You could
the
never
all-wheel
get me
drive
to
system.
spend $55,000
On a front-wheel drive car?
on a front wheel drive Acura.
No. So...
You can get the Sport Hybrid or the Technology Package also for free.
So I was talking to Ryan about this, and he said, having owned lots of Hondas, I can tell you the build quality from a Civic to an Accord to a TSX is absolutely crazy. So, like, from a Civic to Accord's a big jump.
Yes.
And then from an Accord to a TSX is a big jump. He says, you know, it is a hugely different car. But for $20,000 less, I'd still take the Acura. Or the Accord.
Honda.
Still take the Accord.
Yeah.
That's just stupid. Those are direct quotes from my Honda fanatic fanboy.
Yeah.
So that one is by far and away the most staggering price difference of the three that I chose to do.
I think we can all agree that the Honda is better.
I think that you are stupid not to take the Accord.
Yes.
I thought that the Acura was going to be the same price. Honest to God. I don't know how they sell a single one of
the
those.
3.5 liter is the only
money.
thing.
But I don't think it's a marked difference in power.
310 horsepower versus what?
I don't know what
270,
the Honda
I think.
had.
Is it really 270?
Yeah, it's something
It's
like
2
that.
liter-
But I would
it's
rather
2 liter turbo.
if it was the same.
Dude, 30 horsepower is not worth 20 grand.
Absolutely
Well,
not.
not only that, but if it was like you can have the 2 liter turbo or you can have this 3.5, and there was like a 1 year, like there was a year where they had the 3.5, and then the
those
next
motors?
year it was the 2 liter or whatever.
Right,
I would
right.
still choose the 2 liter.
You would choose the turbo motor?
Absolutely, 100%.
Just because it's more fun to drive as a turbo car?
Some of it's the Type R thing, like just kind of knowing in the back of my head it's the same motor, but at the same
It's a
time,
cars and coffee thing. It's
but I
fine.
think
It's 252 horsepower for the 2 liter
252. Okay, so
versus
it's quite a bit
310.
less.
It might be a slightly detuned version of the Type R, because I thought
That's
the Type
true.
R made more than that, but it doesn't matter.
But I don't know. In my mind, it's a more efficient motor, the 2 liter turbo.
Yeah.
So that's what I would choose. And I would like to know, does it show any MPG on those two? If you can't find it like immediately, don't bother.
I don't remember.
I don't know.
Doesn't
So,
matter.
I didn't really look at all that stuff.
22 city, 32 highway for the Honda Accord.
2029 is the RLX, so we'll get a little better gas mileage.
The Honda.
The Honda will.
That's like not a remarkable difference, though.
No.
We're not talking 20 miles to the gallon and 40 miles
But
to the gallon.
$20,000 will go a long way towards the gas.
At 2 extra gallons.
Yes.
A mile. Yeah. It's crazy. Like Ryan said, they're remarkably different build qualities, but I don't think it's $20,000 worth of build quality. But I'm probably not the right person to ask these questions because
Nope.
Like,
Me
I
neither.
want a car that has roll down windows and manual seats because I think power seats are stupid. They just take longer.
It's okay. We had a conversation at work about the new C8 Corvette, and I got on my soapbox about how race cars don't need all that bullshit, that traction control and power.
I don't have a problem with
ABS
traction
and all
control
that.
and ABS. I think the modern versions of it are great.
No, I won't disagree with that, but I got on my
stuff-
soapbox about
the
how
stuff that-
racing shouldn't have all that
The
stuff.
traction control and the ABS in your 2004 350Z probably leave something to be desired.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
But a 2019 Corvette, I would probably want the traction control and ABS because they're probably so good that it makes me faster.
Exactly.
And that's fine.
Which is why I don't want them.
Nah, that doesn't bother me.
That's why I want
I just
them
wanna
gone.
be
Cheating?
I just want to be as fast. It's not cheating. I just want to be as fast as
No,
I can be.
I think Robbie
No.
thinks it's cheating.
I think it's
Yeah.
cheating. I'd rather have everyone with like manual transmission with no fucking synchronizers and no ABS
You've
and
never
no power
driven a
steering.
transmission with no sync.
I want equalizers for everybody.
No, I don't want equalizers.
I want to show up in my Corvette, pull my flappy things around, go way faster than everybody else, and then just go deuces
And then
get out of
drive it home.
Yeah, and then drive it home.
Oh, the GT3 drivers. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Robbie's just mad because he loses to those kind of cars.
Yep. It annoys me.
build a better mousetrap.
Yeah.
Well, it's a like 10 times more expensive mousetrap, so you would hope it's faster. Probably more than 10.
Is what it is.
Yep.
So,
all right, next one.
Let's do the Toyota and the Lexus.
All right,
These are remarkably closer.
Okay.
So I did an Avalon because we talked at length about the Avalon last week. And then I think it was the ES. Yes, the ES.
Lexus ES.
And the reason I chose the ES is because I Googled the wheelbase of the Avalon and the wheelbase of the ES, and they're both 113 inches, so I'm assuming they're the same chassis.
Close enough.
How about that for some hashtag real journalism, people?
It's real enough. I'll take it.
Because at first I was going to do the IS, but I was like, man, that doesn't look right. And that's the cheapest Lexus you can buy.
Oh. No.
And I was like, that doesn't quite look right. And
Now the ES I think would be better.
The IS and the Avalon start at the same money.
Oh, well.
And I was like,
They're different car, way
right,
different.
the IS is a good bit smaller.
Yeah.
So if you're shopping for a full-sized sedan like the Genesis, like the size of Michael's car,
Yes.
you're not shopping for an IS. So that's why I was like, this can't be right. So I did some Google foo, and I think the ES is the same chassis. Again, these are both front-wheel drive only cars. The ES is available in all-wheel drive, but it is not free, so I did not select it.
Fair enough.
So, is the price on there, Robbie? Did I
Some
chop that
of
out?
these saved and some of them didn't.
Yeah, this
as far
one's-
as the
Yeah.
configuration.
This
So
one's a
that's
PDF.
the thing. You would think that the Honda and the Acura website and the Toyota and the Lexus websites, they'd be basically the same. No, they're drastically different, and it's really frustrating and stupid.
Because they're technically different
They're
companies.
the same company, Robbie. They're the same.
They want you to think they're
And
different,
the
though.
thing is you'd assume that the premium brand would have the better working website, right? Like
They
they put a
never
little
do.
extra money to. No, they both sucked. They're both equivalently bad. They're just bad in different ways.
So what do we got for a price on the Avalon?
2019 Avalon with a 3.5 liter V6 with a 8-speed automatic,
Ooh.
2 less than the Honda, for $42,350.
42 grand.
That comes with a pearl paint job.
So this is kind of So it was like a $900 option paint job.
$400 option.
$400.
Yep.
Okay. Everyone knows I'm really bad with numbers. So that, and then the wheels, and there was
advanced safety packages.
yes, the advanced safety package was not cheap.
$1,100.
I remember right. That's-
$1,100 for safety.
To me, that's pricey.
Can I have the intermediate safety package?
No, there was either none at all or
Special.
the advanced.
Okay.
So, this is kind of halfway between the Acura and the Honda, and I
Yep.
think your money's going a lot farther here. I would, dude, if again this or an Acura, I wouldn't even look at the Acura.
Oh, no, absolutely not. I would have the Toyota in a heartbeat.
In a heartbeat.
Yeah.
The Honda to the Acura, or to the Honda to the Toyota, might be a little bit tougher because the Honda is still almost 10 grand cheaper. The Toyota is a much nicer car, but $10,000 is $10,000. We're talking about a third more.
Mm-hmm.
It's not an insignificant amount of money, but at the same time, it is a much nicer car, I think. Anyway.
Right.
So there it is, your Avalon. It has the crazy huge sunroof.
Oh, the full...
Yeah, the full panoramic sunroof.
Dang.
Very fancy. Fancy, Robbie.
You know what's really not fancy? Having to replace those.
I couldn't believe that all-wheel drive was not even an option.
Nobody needs that in their Avalon.
That doesn't mean that
You might want it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose you could sell
Because
it for
they
more
could
monies.
sell, they could throw another $3,500 on the top of that price tag and put all-wheel drive in it, and people would buy it left and right
That's true.
because people think they need it.
They need it
Whether
for the
they
winters.
do or don't, they
So
think
safe.
they do. Yeah, if there's snow on the road, my grandma's not leaving her garage anyway. What's it matter?
Yeah, it's true. Old people don't drive in the snow. Everybody knows that.
And young people don't drive Avalons.
Very true.
So there it is. It's an Avalon. Let's look at the ES, Robbie. I think I may have screwed the ES up and don't have a price on it.
You do not have a price on it.
Yeah.
You just have a
So
list
if you
of
go
features.
if you go to the website, that was what I was trying to compare, was the list of features. If you go to the website, it's really easy to get the price because it's just right there.
I got a price for you, Robbie, if you want it.
Okay. Yeah, tell me. I'll pull up a picture.
2019, $39,750. So $40,000.
So the Avalon was 42, you said?
42.
So the Avalon is a touch pricier. But the base ES,
I'm afraid this is a 2020, but you get the idea.
the base ES does not have the panoramic sunroof, does not have as many of the safety features.
You don't need that.
It does still have, if I remember right, it still had lane sensing, but I don't think it had auto brake. I think it still had radar controlled cruise control. So there's like a few little things here and there that are just slightly different.
Ooh, you know what would get me? You know where I would be screwed?
Please tell, because these are...
ES350F Sport is $44,000.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's where I would probably be in trouble.
Yeah, you have to get that.
That's where they'd get me. Or
Lexus has a lot of
Lexus
cars.
ES350 Luxury
Uh-huh.
is the same price as the Avalon.
Yes. Yes, it was.
That one...
Sold.
Ooh, wait. Robbie.
But that wasn't the challenge. This
I
was
know, it's not the challenge.
the cheapest version of the premium brand.
But
Or
when they
the most-
when they overlap, the
I know.
rules get thrown out.
I know, I
For
agree
an
with
extra
you.
$1,000, Robbie, you can have the ES350 Ultra Luxury.
Ooh. Does it hold my umbrella and my cigars?
I think so. Yes, it has perforated semi. What?
Is it blowing cold air on my ass?
Aniline leather trim.
Is
What
it
about
aniline?
anal?
Aniline?
Is it
the fuck does that mean?
Is it blowing cold air on my ass or not?
Probably it's got perforated anal seats.
That's what I want.
What the hell is that? Semi-aniline leather is leather
I think
which
it's
is
fake leather.
slightly
Pleather.
pigmented.
Oh.
The natural
Jesus
leather grain
Christ.
and the hair pores are not allowed to be concealed by the pigmentation. So it's just pigmented leather.
So here's an annoying thing about the Avalon that I learned when I was trying to price this out. Depending on which color of interior you get different colors of exterior options.
Yeah, I've seen that before. I think.
So like I don't remember. I think it was if you bought the metallic red that I chose, because there were two metallic colors that were extra. I think it was a white and a red.
Right.
If you chose the red,
Yeah, like gray interior.
you could only get gray. If you chose the white, you could get it in tan or gray.
Oh, well, gray's better than tan.
But I don't think that a tan leather interior with red exterior looks bad. Like that's not like a color combo that doesn't work together. So why do they not allow it?
Oh, I guess mine's gray. Yeah,
But like the Lincoln that I'm driving right now,
it's got tan.
it's tan leather with a maroon exterior, which is exactly what that Avalon would have been, and it's not a bad looking color combination.
No, it's fine.
Hell, I might argue that it's better looking than the dark gray that I had as the only option.
Oh yeah, it should be a light gray.
I don't know why you would disallow that. Like I could
Why would it even
understand
make a
being
difference?
like, you can't have a green car with a red interior. Like, okay, fine, I guess. Like if you're gonna limit
But now I
me,
want it.
if you're gonna limit me from making poor style decisions, I suppose that's fine. But like colors that make sense together, why are you telling me no?
Yeah, if they're all neutral colors,
Yeah,
just why couldn't any of them be ordered that way?
Who cares? So,
Damn it.
fucking Toyota.
What about the Lexus? Can I get different interiors in the Lexus?
Never tried
Yeah.
because I didn't.
We just already decided that it doesn't matter. Lexus is the answer.
I think, unfortunately, in this case, Lexus might be the answer.
I think in this case, the Lexus is the more logical
I
answer.
think you'd have to figure out what the servicing would cost, but long term, I think the Lexus will retain its value better.
that was my only question, because Toyotas hold their value, man.
So do Lexuses.
I don't know if they do or not.
Plus, with
I
that,
don't look.
that aggressive grill, looks so good.
It's grown on me. I hate how much it's.
I know.
grown.
I really like Lexus as a brand now. It's really annoying.
They make a lot
so
of.
happy.
They make a lot of really cool cars.
They kind of do.
Like, if I was in the market for a luxury sports sedan, It'd be hard not to buy a Lexus,
Yep.
especially for the money, because I think you can get your money goes a lot farther with Lexus than it would with like Mercedes or Audi,
Yeah, definitely.
and it will spend less time in the dealership and more time in your driveway.
Yes. All right, last one.
Last one, I amped it up a notch. We went with Suburban and Escalade.
Oh, shit.
So I actually want to go through and build the Suburban because it's super frustrating
Okay, I'm ready.
and really annoying and very stupid, and I want everyone to experience it with me.
One
so
team. Step one.
I chose the long wheelbase because it's more expensive. You could get either in short or long. I think in short it's the Tahoe, in long it's the Suburban. With the Escalade,
Sounds right
it's
to
just
me.
the Escalade, and the Escalade, I think XUV or XLT or X something is the long
ESV?
wheelbase. ESV. That's what it is, Robbie. ESV.
Nice work, Robbie.
That's only because it was written right there.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. It's very many monies.
Too many monies.
The new Escalade. I would argue that the Suburban is a better looking vehicle. I don't really love the front end of the Escalade.
I won't disagree with that.
Escalade's not supposed to look good. It's supposed to look vulgar.
But it
Flashy. Loud.
But I don't think they really do a good job of that.
That's pretty vulgar. I don't know.
Ostentatious.
It's definitely ostentatious.
All right.
It's supposed to look like a douche when you're driving around in an Escalade. You are, though. Let's
are.
be real.
You're supposed to-
You could have bought
You could have bought the
the
Suburban.
Suburban or the Tahoe, as we were talking about, or Denali.
Which was the Denali's the better option.
Right. But no, you bought an Escalade.
Our accountant at the place I work at just bought a brand new Escalade. And apparently, like, I'm sure she makes good money, but, like, I don't think she makes brand new Escalade money, or I didn't think she did. And so, obviously, I wasn't going to give her 20 questions about it. But apparently, one of the guys I work with wasn't afraid to do that.
Nice.
And I guess she's been saving for an Escalade for, like, legit 15, 20 years. Because, like, that was her dream.
Yeah.
Like, was to own
An Escalade.
a full Escalade, like the big one.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what level of option it is. It's not a platinum. So,
Yeah.
like, I don't think it quite crests the 100K mark. But as we're going to find out here, it's not far off of it even as a base model. But she bought it in black. And, like, it's huge.
It's a big car.
It's a big vehicle. But she was saying, I guess, like, it was kind of annoying as she's been saving for it. Because as she's been saving for it, they've been getting more expensive, and so she like
Goalpost
she would
keeps moving.
she would save money, but she wouldn't be any closer to doing it.
That sucks.
She'd have more and more money saved for it.
Yep.
This
But
has to be.
It wasn't getting any closer to getting.
I wondered if it was a lease. This has to be the worst lease program I've ever heard of for an Escalade. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
It's first of all, it's called an ultra low mileage lease.
Oh,
Not a good
well, so
start.
that's not good.
27 months, which is a weird.
It's a strange number.
Yeah.
We're off to a bad start.
$870 a month. It gets worse.
What's the down payment?
$7,700. That's the worst thing I've ever heard, and you only get 22,500 miles.
That's not
That's the
enough.
worst
That's
program
not-
I've ever
All
heard.
right, what is that? It's $7,700 a month, or $7,700 down.
$869 times 27.
So 869 times 27 plus 7,700.
What's the number?
It's $31,000.
Jesus Christ! You only own it for 2
And then
years.
you got to give it back to them, and chances are you went over the mileage, and they're gonna charge
Ding
you.
you. It's
like-
25 cents a mile.
That's it,
No, that's got to be way more than everybody else. 25 cents a
goes-
mile.
dude. When
Adds up fast.
When I looked at leasing a brand new Audi, because they were doing this loyalty program where if you traded in an Audi on a new lease, they'd give you like this deal. It was 25 cents a mile on an A3.
Wow.
And I did the math on it. If I walked to work one day a week, I could stay under the number. And that was when I lived in the same town I worked in. I had a 12-mile commute.
Yep.
That's how shitty that deal was.
No.
All right. Keep
All right.
rolling, otherwise it's going to be the longest show all time.
Suburban. This thing's crazy.
All right,
So first of all, Suburban most of them come with the 5.7,
3.
5.3,
Yes.
the 5 something.
5.3.
There is a 6.2 option.
Yep.
Which obviously is the one you want because this is America, people, and we want horsepowers and big cubic
Big displacements.
Yeah. Only available in the RST package. And as you're going to see here shortly, incredibly, never-endingly frustrating.
Okay, so we are in our trims. We have the Loser Satisfied 5.3 liter 6-speed automatic transmission, the LT, which is the 5.3 liter Ecotec V8 with a 6-speed automatic.
Did you call the LS the loser satisfied?
Yeah, I did.
What?
The Premium or Premier, which is the 5.3 liter Ecotec V8 with a 6-speed automatic transmission, or the 6.2 liter Ecotec V8 10-speed automatic transmission.
I didn't realize that they adopted the Ecotec name for the V8s as well.
It's the Ecotec 3. The Ecotec 3. 3.
Now I can't
All
just
one
say
word.
Ecotec.
All one word.
So
True. You could mean LS or LT or
I
whatever
could
the hell
mean
this thing
V8s
is.
or inline 4s now, so that's annoying. This is like S chassis all over. Nobody
It is.
knows what
Nobody
we're
knows
talking
what we're talking about.
Okay, so we start off with a 6.2 liter 10-speed automatic.
Obviously, that's
75.
That's where we're going to
1,000.
start because you would assume that that's how it's going to be the most expensive.
That's what we want. Next step, colors.
Yes, colors. Colors are colors.
So this is currently a $75,000 Chevy.
To
Yes.
start.
It's not a Corvette.
right. That was with just choosing the option package to start.
So your options at Chevy are for $60,000 you can have a mid-engine supercar,
Yep.
or for $75,000 you can have a Suburban.
Seven
And the best
passenger
part is
Suburban.
you're going to see a Suburban every time you drive.
You're gonna for every C8 Corvette you see, you'll see 30 Suburbans.
These are facts.
This whole country's on crack. Continue.
So we're going to pick a wonderful color, which is the iridescent pearl tri-coat for $995.
Okay.
The interior.
It's the one I chose as well.
The interior is jet black mahogany.
Hell.
Why do we have to have mahogany? I'm going to put vinyl over top
Robbie,
of that shit.
rich mahogany.
It's rich mahogany.
It's not real mahogany.
It's luxury.
It's fake.
It's luxury.
It's fake.
That's part of
But
being
Robbie,
luxurious.
they've gotten better at making fake mahogany in the last 10 years.
If it's real mahogany, I'll allow it.
That's part of being luxurious, Robbie. It's being fake.
He's got a point.
I suppose if you're driving around with your Suburban, you're like, I have money. No, you don't.
All those people
you
that
have no more money.
all those
No,
people
you
that act
do.
like they have money
Because-
are
'cause
leveraged
we're
as
at-
fuck.
We're at almost 80 grand already.
It's gone. The money's gone.
There's no money in the banana stand. Continue.
Packages. Show me your big packages.
So this is where it gets frustrating. So we chose the RST package in the beginning with the big 6.2 liter motor, right?
$2,700.
Right. So
Highlights include.
yeah. So that was a $2,700 package, right?
Yes, this is a
Okay. So find the most expensive package that's on that list.
the Premier Plus Edition.
Yes.
It's almost a $12,000 package.
Jesus fucking Christ. You
It
can't
has-
pack $12,000 worth of shit into that truck.
It has power retractable assist
So-
steps,
so-
a power sunroof, a 3.23 rear axle ratio, the jet black mahogany, and more.
So select that,
I did.
Robbie, and it pops up with a. That's not.
I was already. It
that's
was
not the-
pre-selected. It was pre-selected.
Oh, I thought you had the RST package on
Oh,
there.
I was pre-selected.
You were pre-selected?
I was already selected on the Premier Plus Edition.
Oh, so do we still have the 6.2 liter engine in there right now?
Let's see if it takes it away if I go to RST. I'm removing my.
So scroll all the way down to the bottom.
The 6.2 goes with your Premier Plus or whatever.
Right. So scroll all the way down to the bottom. What's the price difference
$9,000 less.
if you choose the RST?
Yes.
Yes, but then that's when you get the 6.2 liter.
Yes. You were.
So for $9,000 less, you get the bigger motor.
Uh-huh.
But if you want all the fancy options, you gotta have the small motor.
Okay, so put the fancy options on. What's the price?
Right, because that's what we're here for.
All right. So we go to the Premier Edition.
Yep.
No, we're away from the Premier Edition, which brings me. No, because it removed my 6.2 liter.
Yeah, which is in the RST.
No, I'm in the RST now for $73,000.
But that's less money than the Premier, right?
Yes.
So pick the Premier.
We got to go to the Premier.
Now I'm going to the Premier. It's
Right.
going to remove the 6-speed automatic transmission and the 5.3 liter and add the 10-speed automatic transmission and the 6.2 liter.
I thought I couldn't have.
You
the
are
6.2.
backwards.
Okay, well maybe I was backwards.
All right. Now
Okay, so add it. What's that do?
we are back up
Oh,
to
okay.
$81,225. However, we get the big boy engine
80
Well,
grand,
that's
people.
a plus, I guess.
and the 10-speed transmission with the rich mahogany leather and the jet black interior. Perforated leather, whatever.
If you're keeping track at home, this is $21,000 more than a new Corvette. $21,000.
Sun
You could buy a third of another Corvette.
Yeah.
You could buy a C6 Corvette to go with your C8 Corvette for the current price of this giant fucking monstrosity that doesn't
Max
fit in your garage.
trailering package.
Uh-oh.
Can't have it.
$500.
Can't have it, Robbie.
However, it removes your premier package.
What?
So
you
if
can't
you
have
buy
a trailer.
if you buy all the luxury parts, you can't put the trailering package on the fucking truck.
The trailering package only includes the 3.42 rear axle ratio, which you already have a 3.2. I lost it. 3.23. So you're at a 3.23. If you go to the towing package, it gives you a 3.42. It integrates a trailer brake controller and an auto track 2-speed transfer case.
Christ on a bike.
Yeah. So if you want to tow things, you got to buy the cheaper. You can't have all the fancy luxury.
Why do I need a
packages.
2-speed transfer case? Isn't that
High
just
and
high
low.
low?
Yeah.
So in the Ultra whatever this bullshit is, you get I'm sure it's just like auto 4-wheel drive.
Yep. It's probably all time,
Ah, Jesus.
all the time, all-wheel drive or whatever.
Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, this was
All-time all-wheel
this was the reoccurring theme with this.
Wait,
it was
no,
like
hold on.
if
No, the
all the things that you would buy for a truck, you can't have the luxury.
the transfer
packages.
cases in both packages.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, the only thing difference is the axle ratio and the perforated leather appointed seat trim.
Is that the anal? What was it?
The perforated leather.
No,
appointed.
Do you
it's-
lose the motor too, or do you get to keep the motor still?
Yeah, if I select that package, it would remove all that other shit and bring it back to wherever I was before.
Right.
And then I would just so I would have to go back and reconfigure. Cancel.
So annoying.
So no max trailering package. However, we're okay. Interior protection package for $250. You get all-weather floor mats, which are very nice.
They are very nice.
All-weather cargo mat, which also is very nice.
These were accessory bullshit items that I chose not to choose on the other cars, so I feel like we couldn't choose them here.
For $250, you have to choose them.
I agree with that statement, but that wasn't.
It's pre-selected. It's staying.
Oh, it's pre-selected?
Pre-selected with theft
Oh.
protection. It's staying. I'm not taking it away. Exterior.
This is where you get the stupid wheels, but they wouldn't let me pick the wheels I really wanted because then I had to change option packages
All right.
again.
20-inch polished, 20-inch chromies, 22, 22s premium.
22, son.
Those are painted with chrome inserts. 22 6-spoke chromies with multifaceted design, $3,000. 22s with 6-spoke chrome wheels.
Let's just get to the
$3,000.
most expensive ones, Robbie.
There's a fuck ton of these.
So many wheels.
Basically it's $3,000 or the 6-spoke split chromies that come with the package.
But I don't think you can select them.
I want a 7-spoke silver wheels for $3,000 and it removes my package.
Yep.
I do not want to remove my package.
Typically not what you're looking
So
for.
I am stuck with my 6-spoke split chrome wheels.
Yes.
22s.
Are out.
They're in. 22 6-spokes. They're in.
Oh, okay.
But however, all
okay.
the other 22s
The
are
sweet
out.
22s are out.
Yeah, these are the
Is
normal.
this where you got to slide somebody 100 so you can get the wheels you want, or what?
Yes.
No, that's when you go talk to the accessory guy. Dude, Chevy dealerships and Harley dealerships, shockingly similar business plans.
Not surprising. All right, mechanical options. I don't want the 6-speed.
No, it's
Engine block heater, $100.
you need that on your gas truck.
Performance air intake system
Can't
That I
have
need.
it. Can't have it.
removes your package.
I tried twice just to make. I was like, I want this. $625 for a half-assed cold air intake.
Uh-huh. You get a K&N,
Six and
man.
a quarter.
Just take it home and get a K&N. Black recovery hooks, $120.
Can't have them.
Removes my package.
Nope, can't have them.
What the hell?
Yeah, just recovery hooks. Chrome ones,
Chromes?
can't have those either.
Chevy branded brake upgrade system,
Denied.
$2,700.
I need that.
$2,700.
Removes your package.
Removes it.
Jesus.
Can't have those.
There's got to be someone with like a special ability
big,
they can.
factory big brake kits, people, for
yeah.
your Suburban.
We're still only on step 4, and all this other stuff I'm not even going to bother clicking because it won't let me.
Basically, it ends up being like 82 and change, I think is where we were at.
Yeah, we're at 81,
So
225.
if you jump all the way to the end, they do this, like it takes a bunch of money off of it. And so I was reading through, and there's like a cashback allowance program that they're running right now, and they incorporate that into the cost while you're doing the build.
It does. It drops it down to...
Yep. So if you read it, it'll say like where that money disappeared to.
$6,500 cash allowance.
Yeah, there you go.
Grand total $76,000.
So the actual price without the cashback, because that doesn't count here.
$83,225.
83 grand.
Which you can finance.
We're not doing that.
$1,156 a month.
Oh,
72
my God.
months, for 72 months.
Why would you want to have a car payment that was $1,100 and all you got was a Chevy out of it?
The best part is, so many people did it.
Dude,
Fucking hell.
80% of the people listening right now just realized how much somebody they know spent on a Tahoe or a Suburban are like, how are you doing this? And they're going to ask them.
You
know
somebody driving these cars.
Almost everybody who is listening to this right now knows somebody who owns one of those. I almost guarantee it. They might not have the $12,000 luxury package on there, but even the base was 70 grand.
Okay, so generalities. What should your cost of your vehicle be new versus your income? Is it 50%?
It should not be anywhere close to the same percentage as what your house is. And we're talking like decent house payments.
No, I mean like just straight up, your car's 20 grand, you make 40 grand, that's 50%. Is that reasonable?
50% still, yes.
I'm just asking a question. I don't have an answer. I'm just asking a question.
I think
because
what's Dave Ramsey saying?
What I'm backing out of this is, how many people do you know that make $160,000 a year so that they could drive around in a Suburban?
Not many.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, if I was
there should be no Suburbans on the road.
If I was making $160 a year, wouldn't drive a Suburban.
No, fuck no.
Robbie, what's the Escalade? What was the damage on the Escalade? Let's wrap this up.
The ESV Escalade
base
$74,490. Does that give me a? That's
is that the big boy engine? I think those all get 6.2s.
There is no small boy engine option
Good.
on the Escalade because this shit is premium, people.
So it's $82,490 if you don't get the cash allowances. But however, the cash allowance is $8 grand.
So they're
it's
both
cheaper to buy the Escalade.
They're both $82,000.
But you get.
But as of today, it's cheaper to buy the Escalade.
Yeah, but so
I would douche canoe my way around the city for 6 years in the Escalade, I think.
I would never buy either one of these. But if push came to shove, I think I'd still end up in the Suburban. I don't remember. I tried to go through and see like if there was any significant differences in the option packages. It's really hard to do.
Yeah,
but I don't think that there was like anything that was like remarkably different. What's annoying is they have like compare models, and you can compare models, but they won't let me compare from Cadillac to Chevy, which I feel like at 80 grand for a Suburban, that's a legitimate cross shop. But dude, if the Escalade starts at $82,000, imagine where it goes. I should have built one. I ran out of time and I didn't do it.
I was in one the other day that was 104.
They're well into the hundreds. They've got to be. With the platinum package on there, they got to be crazy money.
Yeah, I'll say if the premium package is 11 grand for the Chevy,
12
then
grand
it's
on the
20.
Suburban.
I'll say it's 20 for the Cadillac.
For the platinum.
How many people do you know that make $220,000 a year?
Driving around in their Cadillac.
Driving around their Cadillac. Zero.
Like a few of the people that I know that make that kind of money don't drive that nice of cars.
Yeah.
Like the people that own the company I used to work for, they're probably some of the richest people I will ever meet in my entire life. Mm-hmm. And one of them drove like a 90s Dodge Caravan, and his wife didn't talk to him for a week when he bought a $400 flat screen. And they're worth millions of dollars. Like Harvard Law schooled, worth millions.
It's the way to do it.
So...
it's not how I do it. But somebody should do it that way.
Tell me about your leverage, Robbie.
So yeah, that was kind of where we went with that. So I don't know if you can glean anything out of this other than don't buy an Acura.
Yeah,
Nice.
That's all I took away from it.
I think that was really all
we
got.
started and ended at the same place. So there it
It
is.
really didn't
Full
change.
circle.
It didn't change any minds in here. I think that had I not even checked the prices, I probably would have bought a Suburban before. I think I still am not 100% convinced on the Lexus, but I think I probably would end up in the Lexus because I think at the end of the day, as much as I don't care about what people think about me, I don't know that I can drive an Avalon anyway.
I found that the IS is cheaper and available in rear-wheel drive, and that's probably what I would do.
Yes, it's also a smaller car, which is why I didn't compare it.
Yep.
That would be more of a Camry sized. Corolla is the smaller one. Camry sized.
Yeah.
So let's do some news, people.
Aston Martin wants to make you Dr. Evil.
I thought that
Did I get the gist of that article?
I thought that they were the good guy.
Sure.
Yeah, Jag's the bad guy.
Yeah.
Aston Martin's the good guy.
Right.
Yes.
So
Dude, if they can build that thing that I'm looking at right now, by all
that-
means.
is-
I hope
is
some
that-
rich guy
you do you.
guy with 3,000 or 4,000 Escalades. I don't know how much that costs. How much is that in Escalades?
All of them?
That's a what?
All the ones that GM makes
Is that
this
a $2
month?
million car? The Valkyrie?
Oh, I was talking about whatever this giant
Oh, I thought you were talking about
aquarium
just the car.
that we're in.
Is there a
That's
car
also
in that
a garage.
picture?
Yeah, there's a car inside the aquarium.
What?
Oh, come on, Aston Martin. You can't do that.
I assume they
No
build.
way.
I bet there's like a
Yeah, there's like
you
a
lower
tube.
you lower the car into it or bring it up into it, and then it's like a cylinder around the
All
car.
right, anyway, so
fucking sick.
Aston Martin will build you any stupid garage you can come up with, more or
Yeah.
less.
Yeah.
If it can be constructed, they will figure out how to make it.
Right. For a fee. But like what I don't understand is like so will
Any architect.
any good contractor.
Yeah, any good architect, contractor, firm, whatever. Like, why does it need to be? And you know you're going to pay a premium. I mean, you're already paying a premium for people who can build something like that. But why do you need to pay a premium to Aston Martin on top of it?
Dude, if they can sell even one of these, more power to them. Because Jesus Christ.
It's an Aston Martin brand.
But I think the thing is, if you're that rich, like if you're really that rich,
You're buying Bugattis?
if somebody comes in and goes, hey, we can build you a really stupid garage, and they go, I'm not going to like drive somewhere else and have this discussion, so yeah, that's fine. It's going to cost like $1 million more.
But I'll have the best one.
Why are we having this discussion? Like, just
start-
call the guy to make the design so we can move on.
Let's break ground. Let's go.
Dude, look at that house. Like, I know it's just a rendering, but get the fuck out of here.
Spiral staircase, or
With a-
spiral ramp
A
thing.
spiral drive.
What is that? Is that a Valkyrie in a pool? What is that?
I think it's on like a centimeter of water that just keeps flowing, and then
Oh,
it's
dude,
like
that's
it's like
dope. Dude, you got to be kidding me. If I was a billionaire, that's what I would do.
So it looks like your car is walking on water like Jesus all the time.
Yeah, so
Yeah, dude, if I was rich, fuck that. That would immediately, I'd be driving to Aston Martin right now.
it's an infinity pool for your Valkyrie.
I'd be like, I found this shit on the internet. Let's go.
this
Let's
needs to
go.
happen.
An
not- that's-
infinity pool. Get out of here.
Then on the other side, it's got your wine cellar and your cigar bar.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
that's what I'm
all stainless steel.
No, that's glass. Everything's
Oh, is
glass.
that glass?
Everything's glass. You need glasses.
I need glasses.
So you
it
can
looks
see the
it looks
glass.
silver. It looks like
Adam,
those are
if you want
mountains.
stainless
Those are
steel, you
mountains
can
in the-
have stainless
Yeah,
steel.
those are mountains in the
I
background.
want stainless steel is so thin I can see through it, Robbie. Make it happen.
No,
Can you print that?
I am working with stainless right now.
Can you do a powder bed fusion home?
No,
I have no budget.
you would need it.
I want you to print me my house with your little laser welding printer penetration machine,
I'm on it.
You'll get started on it tomorrow.
brick by brick.
Yep. Hope you want a house made out of nickel.
That might work.
As long as it's not like reactive with air, I'm good.
No, that's why we use it.
I suppose it would be bad on an airplane, wouldn't it?
Nickel is very good.
All right, anyway, well, if you are insanely rich,
Hit me up.
call us, but then you can also call Aston Martin afterwards.
Get your Infinity.
Call us so that we
bed.
can revamp old Top Gear style
let's do
programming,
this.
and then we'll help
Quit
you
my job. Yes.
build your garage. That's fair, right?
Yeah,
I think that's
yeah,
there we go.
absolutely.
Okay.
What's next?
Chevy is trying to trick you into buying a Camaro.
This is like I can't decide if this is
like
brilliant or desperate.
It's so desperate.
Probably both.
It's so
Yes.
desperate.
But like, it's kind of like what they're doing is if you have a Mustang and you trade it in on a Camaro, they'll give you extra cash back on top of it. $2,500 extra on top of what is already being ran for a Camaro.
Yeah, and you have to have owned it for at least 30 days.
The Mustang.
Yes. Or yeah.
Does it
or
have to run?
They didn't say. They just said had to own a Mustang.
So
They
if I
didn't
own
say
a
what
Mustang
year,
for 31 days, I could take it in there and
trade it in.
on a car
Like-
I don't want.
I could just go buy like a SN95 V6 that no one cares about, like an automatic convertible that's worth like $12.
Yes.
Just sit on it for 30 days
Uh-huh.
and then go get a Camaro.
But we don't have 30 days till this is up.
Ah, see, they got you there, Adam.
Yeah, you had to have already owned it. That's like
I'll just get
at
the
end
guy.
of the month.
Dude, you know how many times we've all bought cars without putting dates on the title?
I still haven't registered the Z.
Why not?
I don't want to pay registration on a car that's not seen on the
You're
road.
gonna have to back
I'm
register
sure
it, though,
I
aren't
will.
you?
I'll front forward date it, whatever. I'll figure
yeah,
it
you
out.
Oh,
just
Jesus
forward
Christ.
We'll figure it
It's
out.
fine.
I'm not worried about
So
it.
you just write a date that's
Well, if I wait long enough, I could just change it to change the year.
just write in a date that's 6 months ago on the title for the shitty Mustang you just bought.
Yeah, it's
yesterday. It's fine.
Well, fuck me for being honest, I guess.
Yes.
It's fine.
I've declared the full value of every car I've ever bought.
I have never done that ever.
Oh, Jesus.
I plead the fifth.
Yeah, that's probably the smartest idea.
No, I did that with a dealer when I bought that Rogue. Because I paid cash for like half of it.
Oh, yeah.
So then the
Yeah,
bill
yeah.
was for half of it. So I walked in and they're like, geez, you got a really great deal on this car. I was like, I know.
Jesus Christ.
It was an official bill.
That's what they gave you at the dealership?
Yep.
Oh, there was not much you could do about that,
No,
I guess.
it was official. Like, we paid this much for your Rogue. I'm like, yeah, it was a good.
Yeah,
it was a
dude.
steal. That's why I bought it.
That worked out great.
It carried blood, but it's fine.
The Blood Rogue.
It's the Blood Rogue. Yeah. Yeah. So if you want to buy a Camaro and you own a Mustang, get down there now.
Is this any different, really, than what we suggested Lamborghini do with Ferrari?
Nope. But we would have offered more than $2,500 if we were in charge. We would have made it worth their while.
Well, yeah, that's fair. But, like, also, is $2,500 enough to entice a Mustang owner into a Camaro?
No.
It needs.
The only thing would be is like if you had an older Mustang and you wanted to upgrade and for some reason you chose the Camaro under your own free will.
Right.
Like I don't think it actually like it might motivate you to buy one this month versus next month,
Right.
but not like oh, I was going to buy a Mustang and now I'm going to buy a Camaro. Like I don't think
Yeah.
that that's going to happen.
Yeah.
I think that net sales will be the same.
Right. Like, if you were cross-shopping an S550 and a Camaro, I think you still end up in the S550, right?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
The two stops that I would make on buying my new pony car would be Dodge and Ford as I drive past the Chevy
And I would
dealership.
not buy the Dodge.
It'd be the Ford.
No?
No.
Really?
If those
Yes.
are those are your cars, it's the Mustang.
I'm not saying I would buy the Dodge, but I'd go look at the Dodge.
I'm not against the Dodge. I just
I
would
already
go drive
I like
the
the
Dodge.
Mustang.
I already know if I was buying a two-door American sports car, because that's what they are, I wouldn't even look. I'd look at a Camaro before I'd look at a chart.
You know what
Challenger.
I would buy? You know what I would buy? A Z28.
A used
So
one.
a used one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
A 6th gen
Yes.
Z28.
That's exactly what I would buy.
Yes.
They're quick. Like weirdly quick.
What do they call that front grille?
Flow tie.
Flow tie. He was
Great.
right on there. He knew it.
I watched that marketing video. I was on board.
And it sold him too.
I
Look
did.
at
I am.
marketing in action right there.
I don't want to look up prices.
That car looks so much better than the new one. So
Oh, yeah,
much better.
yeah.
So much better.
And actually, I saw one of those the other day, and it's the only one that I've seen so far. And it doesn't look horrible, but I wouldn't park anywhere near a Mustang.
No.
You know what I mean?
If it's
Like if
by
I saw a
itself-
Mustang, I'd be like, I'm going to a
you gotta
different
go
store.
or an older Camaro. You don't want to park next to last gen's Camaro.
No.
Like you can't go to a Cars and Coffee with it ever because you'll end up parking next to something that looks better, and you're like,
you can't go to any Cars and Coffee.
No.
You park next to a Fox Body, you're gonna look like an idiot.
Even like a C4 Corvette.
Let's just dial it back.
Nah, I think he's right. I think he's correct.
You both have taken it a little too far.
I think he's
Let's
right.
Dial it back.
No, but
I mean,
you have to imagine
Robbie,
it's a $40,000 car, and it looks like that.
Would you buy a $40,000 2019 Camaro, or would you buy a $4,500 1970s Datsun 510 station wagon?
The fucking Camaro.
Yeah, of course he's gonna buy the Camaro. It's still got an LS or an LT or whatever in it. He's too practical for that.
Yeah, I'm not buying that fucking Datsun.
He's too practical to buy a station wagon.
Yes.
All right. You're still the most confusing man here.
Dude,
I picked the Lexus and the Escalade.
It's a toss-up. It's a toss-up.
I picked the Escalade and the Lexus, so I stayed on brand with that one, even though I said differently.
Yeah.
I should have tried harder.
That's right.
Maybe I will next
time.
We'll see.
All right, one more.
This wasn't as much work as I thought it would be to create that little bit, so we'll probably do other stuff with that later on.
A place that doesn't exist is going to let a real race series run in their fake country. Did I get that one?
Yes, the best race series you're not watching. Go watch it.
Super Stadium trucks, for those not keeping track at home.
And Australia.
I think they knew that.
I think they picked that one up. Australia has lifted the ban on stadium superchargers.
Not Australia. The sanctioning body that does most of the major professional races in Australia.
The same thing.
It's all owned by
the
they banned SST because a tire flew off and hit a pedestrian bridge.
Yeah, we shouldn't laugh about that. That's not funny.
Wait.
It sucks.
It hit a pedestrian bridge or hit a pedestrian?
Both.
When I read it, it said hit a pedestrian bridge.
I don't care about that.
Was somebody injured?
I thought somebody was injured.
Can you prove it?
No, I can't prove shit. I didn't fucking read
in the
this,
article that I posted, there was a hyperlink to the article about them being banned and why. I didn't.
I don't remember. Anyways, we'll just assume maybe someone got hurt and justified it.
I think, yeah.
When you watch stadium super trucks, like even last week or whenever it was at Mid Ohio,
It's fucking wild.
and they're just launching for like 200 fucking feet.
So far. It's so far.
It's like, here's this like football field. We're just gonna fucking jump it in the middle of a race.
Without a landing ramp.
Yeah, you just land.
And then land flat.
And then there's Ryan Eversley that just jumps, and then they get into a squabble, and he's just like rolling.
Yeah.
And then he goes again because it's fine.
It's fine. Dude, it's the best
racing series.
Oh, it's so good.
They got to be super pumped on this because this has Australia written all over it.
Right? That's why I couldn't believe it was banned in Australia. I was like, the least Australian thing I could possibly think of is banning SST.
God, I want to get into this.
Do it, Robbie.
I would sell all
What's the barrier to entry to
money?
So Robbie Gordon owns these.
Okay.
Right? And it's like a buy your seat thing.
Yes.
So like if
Robbie, you could do it.
So like if you wanted to drive a one-off race with SST, it's realistically possible.
Yes.
I don't know what his requirements for it is beyond a check. I don't know if he has some level of requirement for racing experience or licensing or anything like that. But knowing the Robbie Gordon that I know, which exists solely through Dinner with Racers interview with him, I don't think he's got any requirements. I think he just wants your money.
Robbie, how much money's in the banana stand?
So starting next week, I'll have 2 vehicles for sale and a GoFundMe if anyone wants to help.
How much money's in the banana stand?
There can be more money.
There's always more money.
Assets can be liquidated. Money can be found.
Yeah, I'll be taking sponsors. I will be acquiring my competition license if anyone wants to help sponsor that, and then we can go from there.
Robbie's going to be at Mid-O next year.
My God, that'd be incredible.
Launching this bad boy.
By the way,
if that offer was on the table, I'd have a real hard time not just yard sailing everything.
How much do you think it is?
I don't know.
Is
it like 30 grand?
No, I can't imagine it's that.
What's it cost to run one for a weekend though?
Can't be cheap.
Dude, I don't.
And how many drivers you have?
I don't
I guess
think
you got
it's that
sponsors.
bad, though.
You got sponsors.
I don't think
so maybe it's not that much.
bad. Because I'm sure shit breaks, but like most of it's really not that expensive stuff that is breaking. The expensive stuff doesn't break. That's why it's expensive.
I won't disagree with that.
The shit that breaks is like when you
roll it.
That under tray we're looking at?
When you screw up a jump and you roll it 6 times and it lands on your wheels and you keep racing, but you're missing half the body.
You don't need the body.
But like those are $12. It's fine.
They're probably like way expensive. Because it's probably like one piece of fiberglass. They just kind of drop on there and rivet in place and riv nut in place.
Nice.
God, I want to do this so bad.
Dude, it's so rad. It really is the best racing series you're not watching.
You cannot convince me otherwise.
No,
this is the one.
Is there a better spectator racing series on the planet?
No.
Period.
No.
Not drifting.
No.
Not any wheel-to-wheel racing.
This is
of any sort. Not rally. Nothing. This is the best spectator motorsport on the planet.
Yes.
I actually can't believe it's not bigger than NASCAR.
I don't know why it's not bigger.
They just need to go
And
bigger places.
You know why I think it's not bigger is because it's a feeder race. It's like the sideshow circus for the Indy race or the NASCAR race that's at that same track that weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that it would be better for it if they didn't sell themselves short by being that. If they did standalone weekends.
How long have they been around? Not long, right?
Not that long. A couple of years.
Maybe the day's coming.
The fact that they're they're not teaming up, but you know what I mean. They're with
that's where they
IndyCar.
started.
Yeah.
That's where they started was with NASCAR, IndyCar, stuff like that.
So I mean,
so the day's coming.
I'd say they're on the upward trajectory.
But like, maybe this is a better place for them to be than because like, Global Rallycross is really not that radically different of a concept.
No.
And they're standalone events, and I don't know that they do well, crowd-wise.
Probably not really. I mean, not terrible, but
I mean, I've never gone to one. Not that says anything. I've never been to an IndyCar race either. But
and that's like right.
Don't do it at
road.
Newton.
I wouldn't go to an oval IndyCar race anymore.
Not a short oval.
No, short oval.
I wouldn't want to go to a long oval.
I might go to a long oval.
I'd go to.
I would go to Mid-Ohio over Indy. I would rather go watch the Mid-Ohio race than the Indy 500.
Yeah, well, I get that. I think the Indy just because it is Indy. I think that's.
I would rather go to Indy for a champ car race.
That'd be good times. That being
Be a
said, I
sick
would
place
rather
to
go
hold it.
anywhere for a Stadium Super Truck
That'd be a
race.
sick place to hold a grid life.
Even a fake country, Robbie.
I would go there.
You would try.
I would. As long as I got to see the race, I really don't care. Take me wherever it is.
It's not fake if you actually get there, right?
Reality's a simulation anyway, so whatever you want.
Is this the Matrix now or what?
Yeah, so I read this article the other day. Because we haven't done Conspiracy Theory Corner yet.
Yeah, no kidding.
So basically, there are... Elon Musk or something says there's like a 1 in a million chance that this isn't a simulation. And there's some scientific evidence...
This isn't?
That this isn't, yes.
Okay.
And there's some scientific evidence to prove that they've seen some glitches that they don't understand.
Dude, the Bernstein Bears.
Well, okay.
That shit's a fucking
No, I was
glitch,
thinking like in the cosmos,
No,
like
this is
related to
legit.
black holes and
That's
shit.
legit.
If anybody's really interested, I'll find the article because I know where it is and I can
The
share it.
Bernstein Bears.
I know. I know.
It's the Berenstein Bears.
It's
No,
not.
it's not.
It's not.
It blew my mind. I am 100% convinced
They changed the name.
that but they didn't. It's a glitch, Robbie. It's
Or
a
like
glitch in the
it's
Matrix.
like the Sinbad Shazam or Kazab or
Because yeah, you're right.
that movie
Yeah,
that we're all
yeah.
convinced we've seen, but we
Yeah.
haven't. It doesn't exist.
Yeah. Dude, it's the Bernstein
So-
Bears, not the Bernstein Bears.
I agree with you 100%.
Glitch in the Matrix.
Glitch in the Matrix. But the point of the article was, so there is a possibility that this is a simulation, but that we shouldn't be trying to investigate whether or not it is a simulation, because if we discover
end it.
that it is, that they will end the simulation, and that's that.
I mean, we wouldn't know. We just wouldn't.
I know people are like
We
acting
would
like
be,
it's
and then we wouldn't.
right. So I think we should find out
Nah.
for that brief moment where you knew.
No.
It would all make sense. Like, Jesus
No, it
Christ, no
wouldn't.
wonder my life fucking
Dude, it
sucks.
would make even less sense. I'd be pissed. I'd be like, you put me through this? What the hell kind of sick, sadistic, twisted person thing, God, whatever you are you?
Simulators ain't no good.
Apparently. But anyway, yeah, if you're really interested in that, you could do some research, and I don't know what that was exactly that we found in space that does not make sense. It's inconsistent. It's like a glitch. I don't know what it was. And then the Bernstein Bears, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
I'm still mad about it because I know it's not real.
Yeah, no.
But how could so many people think it's one thing?
So many, dude.
Like literally everybody.
All three of us.
Yeah.
Because
I agree with it.
I remember being we were at the hospital when Logan was born, and I showed that to you guys, and we all three remembered it being that way. I don't remember a specific. It's the way the word is spelled.
Yeah, it's got bear in it.
Is it? No, it's not. There's no.
No, it's the end. It's stain.
It's just.
Oh, is it?
Berenstain.
But is it like Berenstain?
It's Berenstain Bears.
Instead of
and we always thought it was
Berenstain. But why wouldn't it be Berenstain? Like Berenstain doesn't make any sense. What are you looking at?
Many people incorrectly remember the name of the series as the Berenstain Bears.
Incorrectly.
This confusion has generated multiple theories to explain the memories, including an unannounced name change, time travel, or parallel universes have been described as an instance of the Mandela effect.
Yeah.
I forgot what the definition of the Mandela. No, you don't have to look at that. Like why it's called that versus. Oh, it's because they thought he died.
Because everybody thought he died.
Right, that's what it is. Yep.
Yeah. Which I thought was a thing too.
Now I'm going down a rabbit hole, dude.
No,
What do
dude,
you
we
find
don't
in
need to go there.
10 examples of the Mandela
Oh,
effect.
gosh.
You got
Let's
4
smash
minutes.
through it.
Go real quick.
I don't know. Hold on, still
Wasn't there just a title? Come on, Robbie.
The Monopoly Man's monocle.
What
He doesn't
about
have a monocle?
Is that what it's saying?
Nope, no monocle.
What? No.
That's not fucking true, dude. All right, what's
Damn
the
it.
next one?
God damn it.
That'll give you guys something to think about.
I'm not reading it.
You don't have to read all of them.
No, just,
Anything with the picture. The Fruit of the Loom label.
Okay.
Recollection.
the way the cornucopia is?
Some people have a fond recollection of a cornucopia of fruit on the label inside this popular brand of underwear, but the fruit was never spilled out of a basket.
Bullshit.
What is it?
Right?
Bullshit.
It is always illustrated as a pile of food.
No, dude, there was a cornucopia.
The logo is just fruit.
No.
I don't know if I have strong feelings about that.
No.
I even said it before he said it.
The Berenstain Bears, obviously.
Yep.
Yeah.
C-3PO's golden moment. The Mandela effect is strong in Star Wars fans who sometimes err in quoting the film's dialogue, but also recall protocol droid CP3O or
C-3PO
as having a gold-plated chassis. And he does, with one notable exception. The lower portion of his right leg below the knee was silver when they first saw him, a fact that sometimes surprises people.
Not
I need a
strong
picture.
feelings about that.
Surprised me at all. I remember it being silver. That's fine.
Remember Tom Cruise dancing in his underwear, dress shirt, and Ray-Bans and while Home Alone in 1983's Risky Business?
Yes.
Your brain got most of that right. If you watch it, the now iconic scene again, you'll be surprised to see that Tom Cruise is not wearing sunglasses.
Oh, that doesn't bother me.
Which website is this?
Mentalfloss.com.
Oh, okay.
Kazam, not Shazam. We already talked about that.
Dude, it's Shazam. It for sure was.
Kazam was Shaq. I remember that, but Kazam was Shaq, but there was also a Shazam with, what the fuck was his name?
I don't remember.
I know.
Sinbad.
Sinbad.
Sinbad. There you go.
I remember that movie, even though it doesn't exist. Those are the 10 they had.
All right. So anyway, the point is, this is a simulation.
Yeah, people ain't
But don't try to pull the curtain back because we'll all die.
That's fair.
But I think we should.
No.
Yeah, we gotta do it.
We gotta know.
I don't need to know. You'll
It's
know
like
when you
being
die.
in a room with the giant red button. Do you press the button?
No.
You have to press the button.
No, you don't.
What
If
does
you're
it
in
do?
there long enough.
What does it do?
If you're in there long enough. You ever been in a
like
house?
30 seconds. Are you
ever-
kidding me?
You ever been in a house or an apartment that has a switch that you can't figure out what it does?
Yeah, every day I go home.
And you go in there and flip that switch sometimes like something different's going to happen?
All the time.
Yes, exactly. It's the same shit.
It's gonna work this time.
You go over there this time and some light's going to flash and you go, thank Christ.
About
I could
time.
find-
Dude, I
I
have
could
like
check
4
that off in
switches
my
in my
brain.
house that don't do anything.
We gotta figure out what they do.
I have like a legit toggle switch on the wall in my utility room. Not a clue.
Have you tried putting a blank on it?
What do you mean?
Like putting a blank cover on it so that your mind can be at rest?
Well, no. So like in my living room, there is a 3-plex of switches. Right, there's 3 of them, and the one in the middle does nothing. So I can't even without tearing that apart.
Would bother me.
And I can't.
No, I have a solution. You can get those snap together covers.
Yeah.
You could put a blank in the middle. It would be weird.
No. What I would do is I would take that one out and wire it together just to be safe.
Yeah, and then put it back.
And then slide the 2 together and put a dual gang over it and call it a day.
I would have done that so that I could sleep at night.
It's in my living room.
No, I would lay awake at night thinking
What's really
about it.
frustrating is, so you walk in my door, right? You guys have been to my house. You know where my door is. And the light switch for the living room is on the opposite wall from where you walk in the door.
No.
Because
No.
There is no light switch next to the door. Because that front bedroom
That's right.
used to be a garage.
Oh,
That's right.
Yeah.
I did know that.
And my driveway used to be on the north side of my property instead of the south.
Dang.
And so, but there's another switch in the kitchen that doesn't do anything. And there used to be 3 switches in my bathroom, but the one that didn't work was on the end, so it did get blanked out.
your simulation's weird, man.
Yeah, that is a weird one.
No, I just have this is dude, it was the electrical box, I don't want to open it. My house is fucked. It's terrifying.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's not actually fucked. It's all your side of the simulation. It's weird. You got weird stuff on your simulation.
Just don't let it bother you, man. It's fine.
Everything.
Dude, I have so many more pressing issues in my life that a light switch that doesn't work, I can't be bothered to take the mental...
You gotta fix the low-hanging fruit once in a while, though, man.
The bullshit, Robbie. I have to fix the car so I can get to work tomorrow.
I get that.
Simulation's a bitch sometimes.
Uh-huh.
That's a real asshole. I don't know what I did to piss off the
Well, when we
simulation
find
master.
out what aliens, after we storm Area 51, have started this stupid simulation, we'll...
1 month.
1 month.
1 month.
Is it? No, it's less than that,
September.
isn't it?
Well, it's September 20, I think, isn't it?
Oh, is it? Okay, you're right. I was thinking it might have been the beginning of September. I didn't book my plane ticket yet.
Nah.
So I don't know
Oh,
what
man,
the date is,
dude,
yeah.
what are you doing?
Nah,
Come
no.
on
There's
now.
gonna be like 4 people that'll show up or something stupid.
Nah, dude, there's going to be a bunch of people.
Someone should throw a fucking rave.
In the desert?
Yeah, just like for all the people that show up, be like, oh, by the way, we're having this rave.
Chris Stewart, get on it.
There is a meme about this, but it's got to be true. They have to be having meetings and...
About what are they going to do?
What are they going to do if a bunch of people do show up?
The government? Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
they're preparing. They have to.
What a giant waste of time.
See, but that's what's super frustrating about it is that all that time is your money.
I know it is.
And whatever they decide they have to do is costing you money for some stupid fucking meme on the internet.
Huh? I mean, yeah, they have.
But I look at memes for free, so maybe I'm net. Overall, I'm okay.
We're neutral.
Because
the money's
the
already
meme is
spent.
entertaining,
I'm still pissed about
and I'm
it.
good with paying for entertainment. And if that means I have to pay for it so that the government can gear up for people who aren't going to show up, I think overall I'm okay.
But they are going to show up.
Yes.
Dude, what happens if we end up having to shoot a civilian?
Can we do some dollar bets on this?
What happens if
Dollar
the
bets on
government-
numbers?
What happens if the
Yeah.
government has to kill a civilian? Like, is that
outrage, bad
when
stuff.
is that when our country falls apart?
It might be, yeah.
That might be the final straw.
Is that when we get invaded by
Yep.
the Chinese?
No,
No.
Because
that's when,
our-
It'll be
because
someone
our-
you don't
that's
see
when we
coming.
collapse
Because our
in
structure is falling apart and we're in total chaos and someone swoops in and takes over.
That's when I get a Lexus for free.
Robbie goes and borrows a Lexus long
Robbie's
term.
going to declare that as $0.
Yes.
All right, we got to wrap this up.
One more.
Uh-oh.
ApexTrackCoach.com.
Yeah,
I
boy.
was going to have a video with Andrew where we go through my...
Oh, did that not happen?
No. I had it all set up in the studio. I had the camera set up. I had everything ready to go. First, his mic didn't work.
Oh, no.
And then my mic didn't work. And then we were talking to each other on the phone just to like kind of get things set up. And then the screen sharing stopped working. So it was like I couldn't get my computer to get all hooked up so I could record right, and then he couldn't get his to continue to show the screen that he wanted me to see on his iPad while talking to me on the computer. We just said after about like 20 minutes of screwing, they're like, how about we just do a regular session and we'll try to do something at Nationals. Got it. So then we spent a half hour going through my data.
Oh, so you did still go through it?
Yeah, and he's never been to Hallett, so we kind of had to talk through a few things. But like there was stuff that he pointed out. He's like, well, this turn going clockwise. He's like, well, you could do like the way you brake and stuff on turn 6. You could improve and gain some time. He's like, and you can see when you're coming up towards turn 10, as you crest, you let off before you brake. So if you would keep your foot in the gas for like another fraction of a second, and then brake, and then take the turn. He's like, but your turns are looking good. And he's, it was very informative. And and one thing that I really took away from it, was like, one thing that you could focus on instead of where you start braking, when you do a track walk, focus on where you're going to stop braking. And it was just kind of like a light bulb going, I never even think of that.
No, you don't.
I think of my braking zone as where I'm going to start braking.
Right.
I never even consider where I'm going to let off.
You need to think about both, don't you?
Or how I'm going to let off. And he's like, well, and he's kind of walking through the data going, he's like, well, you can see here that it's a real sharp brake to gas. And you could feather that out and be more smooth with it. So it's not such an abrupt change. And so it's just the way he walked through the data, kind of interpreted things for me. I mean, it's going to be better at like NCM where he can go through a track he knows.
Yeah.
But still, it was very, very useful, even for like, 20 minutes, 30 minutes of just walking through data. So they offer that on their website. There's track specific that they go to that they're more familiar with.
Yep.
But he wanted to go through something that, just to kind of show me, and hopefully we can do something with a video and put it on YouTube. But then, so if you want to do that, that's wonderful.
The guys with Racers 360 were looking for Hallett video. And I know Dalton had some.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if his angle was useful for Dion and his crew, but I know that Dalton offered it up for them if they wanted it. So
I don't know.
that'd be kind of cool.
A lot of his stuff was behind him, so you
very
couldn't
hard,
see anything.
It's very hard to get a good angle on such a low roofline car.
Yep.
While still being able to see you almost need like a 2-camera setup in his car. But it'd be cool if they end up using his video for something because we know him.
Yes. And it'd be cool to have data or a Racer 360 video on Hallett.
Yeah.
That'd make me happy.
Yeah.
Fucking love Hallett.
Is that your favorite track so far?
It is right now.
Yeah?
It really is. I'm totally sold.
It's better than
yes.
Heartland Park.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Plus, you can shower under the stars.
Oh, boy.
And that's nice.
Jesus Christ, Robbie.
On that note,
ApexTrackCoach.com.
10 cents. Check out. Goodbye.